nicest facilities in the entire country. As I guess it's night 2, technically, right?
Right.
Of the Silver Dollar Nationals. We had the Tri-State Late Models No Dwarf Memorial here last night. Our good friends at Dirt Vision had that. It was Tad Pospischel getting the win last night. And the Dirt Crown Stock Cars last night with Kurt Lund getting the win. They had 84 cars in the pit area. We're glad that you're with us. As always, I'm Dustin Jarrett. He's my BFF, the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer, Mr. James Essex. And James, we've got 30 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series drivers signed in, ready to rock here tonight.
Now, 3 shows this weekend, all 3 complete shows, all 3 full points. And we got a tight championship points battle as well. 75,000 to win here on Saturday night, DJ. Glad that Silver Dollar Nationals, you meant Brandon, South Dakota.
Yes, Brandon Shepherd, Brandon Overton, and Brandon, South Dakota, all right here tonight. As James mentioned, a different format this year. A complete show tonight, a complete show tomorrow, full points both nights, and then Saturday. Tonight and tomorrow night's races have no bearing at all on Saturday's show. Saturday will be its own complete event, as there you see the My Race Pass race information for this evening. Of course, Dirt Draft Hot Laps and All-Star Performance Time Trials. We'll have 4 8-lap heats tonight. Top 4 will advance. We'll have 1 B main. It'll be 10 laps in distance, top 6 out of it. And a 40-lapper, elbows up for 40 laps around here tonight. $10,000 to win in BP 32. He actually won both prelim nights 1 year ago, James.
And then Devin Moran won the finale. And again, they've upped it here. Todd Queering is the owner, and Doug Johnson, the promoter. They do such a great job here, and we're looking forward to it tonight. 29, by the way, Malvern Bank West car is here tonight as well.
You mentioned it, Brandon, South Dakota. 1954 is when the Huset Speedway opened. You see South Dakota highlighted there on the map, and we are in the very, very southwest corner of southeast corner rather of South Dakota, right not too far off Interstate 90. Well, the third member of our broadcast team joins us in the infield all weekend long in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Welcome back, Mr. Ben Shelton.
Yeah, it's great to be here, and I'm down here at the bottom of turn number 3, and I've got my gangster lean on, and this is what we're going to be talking about all weekend. You see this berm behind me. Guys are going to flirt with this. If you can get down low, you can grab some traction. If you get into this berm just a little bit, it's going to turn you sideways. If somebody's behind you, it's going to collect all of them. This is a key to getting around this racetrack. You'll see guys start in the middle, then they'll head toward the top. The concrete's a challenge here as well. There's been 14 runnings this event, 10 different winners, 4 of those champions in the pit area, a ton of storylines, and we're just around the corner. We're going to have Dirt Draft Hot Laps. We're going to step aside and thank some marketing partners. When we come back here to Huset Speedway, we're going to kick things off night 1 of the 15th annual Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass.
I don't know what it is. I totally feel like I'm a kid again when I get on my buzz bike.
Horsepower, baby. You know me, I like horsepower.
We no longer bring golf carts to the racetrack because we have buzz bikes.
University of Northwestern Ohio can turn your passion for all things diesel into a profitable career. On the shop floor, in our live engine rooms, or on the diesel dynos, 70% of your training is hands-on.
There's a good chunk of the time where you're just in the shop all day, and it's really enjoyable to apply what you just learned in the textbook.
From light duty to heavy duty, even specialty training in Mack and Volvo engines.
You can get pretty much a job anywhere if you're going to a top school for diesel, and they want you.
Get started today at unoh.edu.
V-Land is proud to be an official partner of the 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Check us out at www.vland.com for more info. See you at the races. ARP, the ultimate fasteners for racing in the dirt. With high horsepower demands, ARP delivers maximum clamping force and performance. When failure on the dirt is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Automotive Racing Products, quality first and made in the USA. By Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini-mill technologies. And by Lucas Oil Products, keep that engine alive. And welcome back to Huset Speedway for the Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass. We want to welcome all the great folks from My Race Pass that are with us here this evening, them and their families, and appreciate their support of this event as always. James, what a gorgeous day today. Highs in the low 70s, slight breeze, and you even have your broken clouds.
This is where the smoke started, wasn't it? I mean, we had the smoke.
I think last 1 year ago we had smoke, it said.
But yeah, it was into the 50s last night. So tonight's going to be nice, about 60. That's not bad at all. So I like this 3 complete shows, right? So,
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
And you've got the Malvern Bank West cars here tonight. Now, they're going to run tonight. They're going to time trial and run their heats. Everybody that runs a heat race for the Malvern Bank, they get $153.
Yeah. Yeah.
From it don't matter if you finish first or last. So that's pretty cool. But full points, and we got a pretty good points race here, DJ, heading to that Final Four coming up, the playoffs there at the end of September. There's Jonathan Davenport. It's only 25 ahead of RTJ.
Yeah, absolutely. As we mentioned back at Shelby County on Tuesday, Hudson O'Neill has leapfrogged Devin Moran moved into that 3rd spot. Devin Moran hanging on to 4th. But I tell you what, James, that battle actually behind Devin Moran, the battle for 4th really starting to they're starting to creep in on him a little bit. Garrett Alberson not too far back. He's only about 150 points back. And then Brandon Shepard, who's been running well lately, slowly starting to close in as well. They have a battle for that last transfer spot here sooner rather than later in that Big River Steel chase for the championship presented by ARP.
And then Donald McIntosh, who's 10th in the championship points, DJ, currently leads the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. Again, that'll pay $20,000 in cash. The top 3 will get cash awards, $18,000 in contingencies. And McIntosh leads Daniel Hilsebeck and Dan Ebert. You talked about Brandon Shepard. He's a 2-time winner of this race. Bobby Pierce in 2019. But Jonathan Davenport, he's won it 3 times, Dustin Jarrett.
And, of course, Devin Moran, the other former champion here in the pit area as well, as he is the defending winner of this race. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Still 2 nights of racing action here. As we mentioned, a complete show each night. We're off next week for the Prairie Dirt Classic at Fairbury, and the following week an observation of the USA Nationals up at Cedar Lake. And James, we get back into action with the 43rd running of the Sunoco North-South 100 at the King Family's Florence Speedway.
$75,000 to win, DJ. $3,500 to start. $3,000 to win a non-qualifiers race. By the way, here's Saturday night, a non-qualifiers race pays $2,000. Oh, so you're going to have some of the Malvern Bank cars. Again, they'll run their feature tomorrow night, and then several of them I talked to, 10, 12, 15 of them, plan to come back Saturday to run with us in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
There you go. Upcoming schedule of events, news, late-breaking information, and more, lucasdirt.com. for all the latest info. All right, well, drivers are getting lined up for the first set of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. They're packing this racetrack in. Set that Dirt Draft fantasy lineup if you haven't during this set of commercial breaks. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing.
Race fans, welcome back to Huset Speedway, Brandon, South Dakota. Ready to go for the opening night of the 15th annual Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass. Anthony Ainsley here along tonight with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series, alongside the Hall of Famer James Essex, my Buckeye brother Dustin Jarrett as well.
I didn't know you were from Ohio. Are you from Ohio?
No, I'm from Lincoln.
You're a Cornhusker. You're
a Cornhusker alum.
Hey, a couple of things, Anthony. I want to mention Sue Koskovich. That's the Kosiski sister. She's got a birthday today.
Yeah, she used to work the ticket shack over at I-80 off Turn 2. Happy birthday, Sue.
Happy birthday, Sue. Also, my good buddy back in Indiana, I hope he's watching, Pete LeMaster, Comiskey, Indiana. He's getting married coming up. I don't know if it's August, September. This is his first marriage. He's 63 years old.
Wow.
He's older than you and I.
Better late than never, right?
But my good buddy, Pete LeMaster, we've been, I don't know how many races together over the years, but congratulations, Pete. I was going to say,
Now, did he propose at a racetrack?
I have no idea.
I know.
No idea, but congratulations, Pete.
It looks like the souvenir road.
We got the souvenir trailer down there for those fans here at Huset. It's all weekend long. We'll have the Mark of Valor, official Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series racewear. We have Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt shirts. We've got hoodies. We've got hats. We've got decals, all kinds of goodies down there at the Mark of Valor here at the track. Or you can scan the QR code at home and get your merchandise, and you could wear it to Florence in a couple of weeks. Don't forget to visit all the drivers as well. We have the My Race Pass tent down there. Be sure to go down there and check that out. We'd like to thank Josh and Ross. I believe both of them will be here, obviously. This race this weekend presented by My Race Pass. It's $7.99 a year, right, Anthony? $7.99 a year, right?
I believe that's for the
Everybody's
MRP
always
Live.
asked on Facebook, who's all there, how many cars you got, live timing and scoring, points, upcoming schedule. My Race Pass. Yeah, go to myracepass.com or go to what is it, Google Play, get the app.
Yep, absolutely.
$7.99 a year,
Yep.
The most comprehensive racing app there is. Over 600 racetracks and sanctioning bodies use My Race Pass, and it's a great tool. Not only here at the racetrack, of course, we use it up here, right, on our monitors, and those you can use it at home as well in your man cave. Do you have a man cave in Lincoln?
No, I'm still working on it. But yeah, I was playing My Race Pass's fantasy racing last night during the Ben Nordorf Memorial. Of course, I play it pretty regularly here at Huset Speedway during their weekly competitions. Of course, I do it every night with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series. Somehow people keep beating me for. I don't know if Chris Krug has gotten that figured out, but I keep drowning pretty badly in the Malvern Bank nights.
Well, on the dirt draft, you can go all Kosiski and you'd have that full, wouldn't you?
That's true. I probably could.
Right, Bob, Joe, Steve, Ed.
And we got our guys, Andrew, Brian, and Cale.
Brian. But you got to have Kyle Burke, right? He's here tonight. Kyle Burke is here tonight. Be going in the Hall of Fame. But, man, that is so cool. And Lance Matthews here as well. He'll be going in the Hall of Fame in a few weeks at Florence. But 46 cars last night. And as I said, you've got 29, right, tonight. We've got 30. Now, those guys, there's nobody running both, okay? Right? There's nobody running both of them,
I don't believe so. I mean,
but after tomorrow night, then the guys will stand in like Pospisil and some of the other guys. They're going to stay and run Saturday for $75,000. We also have a $2,000 to win non-qualifiers race. So we could be, at 40 or more here on Saturday night. So if they make it through the next two nights, should be good.
Oh, yeah, but let's say first things first. We got to get through these next couple of nights, and they're going to be big-time racing at that with the Malvern Bank Series. Of course, tonight is qualifying time trials and heat races for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. The West Series in action tonight. Tomorrow night is the main event. Of course, $6,053 paying that top prize tomorrow night with championship points on the line. And then, like you said, a lot of those guys are going to be making their way back here on Saturday to compete with the Lucas Oil
They'll just stay in the pit area, get her tuned in for Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell us a little bit about something. $153 just to start a heat race tonight for the Malvern Bank cars, right?
That's right, and that's all throughout the field. I mean, it's $153 for first and $153 all the way to the tail. The qualifying time trials a little bit later on tonight. It's a little adjusted. Again, $153 at the top, but still, it's $100 all the way through the end of the order. As we look right here, $153 for the top qualifier, $135 for second, $125 for third, 115 for 4th, and then from 5th on back, it's 100. And then, yeah, everyone in the heat race gets 153. So, yeah.
And the reason they did that, because you know, you're here for 3 nights. A lot of them are going to stay and run all 3 nights.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
And that gives them a little incentive to come on out as we have the first group. Right now, as you mentioned, Jesse Sobbing, who was working on his open car, did not get it quite done. He'll be ready for tomorrow night, but he's going to be leading the points heading into tonight here at Huset. I'll take Anthony, you take it away, buddy. Thank you for the Oreos, by the way. Dustin and I, as always, appreciate it.
That is a gift from me and my smoking hot wife, Lydia, who unfortunately could not make it out here. Again, a shout out to my
what has she got going on? It's more important than this.
This thing called the day job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it works for the state.
That kind of gets in the way. Works for the state of Nebraska?
The state of Nebraska. It giveth, it taketh away. And unfortunately, it took my, how did Stu Snyder put it, my super sexy smoking hot wife away from the Silver Dollar Nationals.
Yeah, we got cars from all over the place.
Oh,
I mean, we got drivers here in the Lucas Series that have never been here. I mean, you got Dennis Erb Jr.'s never been here. Yeah. Brandon Overton has never, he was here a couple of years ago. But a lot of guys that, I mean, Tyler Erb's here. Yep, coming off that Summer Nationals, which lasted for like 5 years, right?
Feels like it. Well, 5 weeks. And then
Brian Shirley here
Shirley's
for the first
back
time.
With us. I mean,
so former Knoxville Late Model Nationals winner. So
you got Drake Troutman, of course, who won that big $100,000
Ethan Dotson is here. Bobby Pierce, of course, he loves his place, and we'll see what happens here tonight.
It's going to be a
full
fun
show
night.
Tonight, tomorrow night, and then 75K on Saturday night. Are you about ready to go?
Oh, you know me. I'm always ready for late models, James.
So how's the Cornhuskers going to do this year in the Big Ten?
I don't know. Right now we're just worried about our former coach running his mouth.
Oh, Scott Frost. Callahan or Frost, never mind.
Yeah.
You missed Tom Osborne.
Well, hopefully.
He's still around, though.
Hopefully we don't have to rush the field for a 500 record again.
Did we add any more to the Big Ten? We're up to like, what, 17?
I think we're up to 18. We still... jury's still out if we pick up any more California schools. God knows we have enough of those.
All right, brother, let's have a good weekend. Let's start it off, brother. Anthony Ainsley on the call.
Thank you very much, James Essex. Just about ready to go for Deathridge Opticians Hot Laps for the Malvern Bank Super Late Models West Series. Again, this is only the 3rd West exclusive race. We've been running mainly with the East Series throughout the 2025 season so far. Of course, we've had our first dual race. That was last Saturday at the Shelby County Speedway, Harlan, Iowa, the 3rd annual Rollins Zeitner Memorial. Dylan Thornton picked up that win this past Saturday at the Shelby County Speedway. Of course, tonight marks the 3rd year in a row that the Malvern Bank Series visits the Huset Speedway here in Brandon, South Dakota. I'm going to get that Brandon pronunciation right one of these days. But yeah, we're just about ready to get ready for Deathridge Opticians Hot Laps for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Again, West Series points are going to be on the line for tomorrow. Again, no championship points on the docket for this evening's action. We've got 2 drivers making their Malvern Bank Series debut this evening. We'll let you know who those are in just a moment as you get a good look at the staging area here at the Huset Speedway. Of course, normally that is the infield pit area. We park a lot of sprint cars and late model street stocks down there on a weekly basis. First group of cars making its way out onto the speedway, and the first one out, he is currently our East Series Rookie of the Year point leader. That'll be the driver out of Chelsea, Iowa. That is the Stealth Oil Well Services, Murdy Farms, Quality Service, Bidwell Farms, Shepherd Power, Longhorn, number 99X. That is the game changer, Dallin Murdy. And another driver of the 2019 Rookie of the Year on your screen from Gibbon, Nebraska. That is the Leonard Graphics Downey Drilling Mid-Nebraska Garage Doors, number 85. That is Josh Leonard. The second car in line in the 87 from Watertown, South Dakota, the Feber Dairy Incorporated, Jay Schmidt, Be Busy Entertainment, number 87. That is Kurt Kranz. And of course, the 7-time series champion in the future National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer from Marquette, Nebraska. That is the Speedy Bar Aurora Co-op, Strobel Manufacturing, Grease Truck Wash, number 14. That is the Marquette Missile, Kyle Burke. In front of Kyle, that'll be the 51W coming to us from Pine Island, Minnesota. That is going to be the Mead City Painting and Decorating Growth Source A&A Electric entry. That is JT Wasman coming down the front straight away. Also on the Speedway, making his first start on the tour this year out of Watertown, South Dakota, the CNS Conversions, Johnsonville Spray Foam, Dutch Boy Car Wash, number 10X. That is Blake Swenson. as the green flag comes to life here in our first Deathridge Opticians Hot Lap session. Also on the Speedway, Mike Collins out of Council Bluffs, Iowa, the 5150 Trailer Sales GW Performance XR1 Rocket number 3. So we're going to get the first group of hot laps underway here at the Huset Speedway. Number of drivers, Dallin Murdy among them, being the first time visiting here to the Huset Speedway. Right now, we'll see what the lap times look like. Right now, Dallin Murdy, the fastest at a 13.613. Josh Leonard, a 13.664. Kyle Burke, a 13.801. That is third fastest so far. There's Kyle Burke, 93 wins all time with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. His last win was right here at Huset Speedway. I believe you have to go back. Actually, his last win was last year at Junction Motor Speedway in McCool Junction, Nebraska. I believe that was one of 2 wins. Actually, he picked up the A feature win 2 years ago, I'd say, here at Huset Speedway. But Dallin Murdy, the fastest out of the first group of Deathridge Optics hot laps here tonight. Josh Leonard, second fastest. Kyle Burke, third. JT Wasman, fourth. And that always pesky missing data car rounding out the top 5. I want to say that's probably the 87 of Kirk Kranz in that 5th spot. That would be the culprit there. As we get our next group of Deathridge Opticians hot laps onto the Speedway. First car out, currently the West Series point leader coming into Huset Speedway from Malvern, Iowa. He drives the Malvern Bank Dirt Track Paint, Tanner Racing, Underdog Design Drawings. Number 99, that is Team Crazy, Jesse Sobbing. Good to see Sobbing back out here after having a rough night last night at the Nodorf Memorial. Behind Sobbing, that'll be the 4 machine out of Griswold, Iowa, the Clean Car Center, Wyman Body Works, Shore Motor Company, Larson Land and Livestock. Number 4, that is J.C. Wyman. Behind JC, our current West Series Rookie of the Year point leader from Plattsmouth, Nebraska, the Henry Hopscheid Motors N&W Transfer Scale Sales and Services. Number 01, it's the Hooterville Hustler, Jacob Hopscheid. And going through turns 3 and 4 from Harcourt, Iowa, that is the Farley's Tire and Lube D&D Outside Services Tire Demon, Toby Case Hideaway. Number 4, TW, it's T-Dub, Tim Ward. Green flag dropping on session number 2. There's Andrew Kaziski in the 53 out of La Vista, Nebraska. The A1 Crash Cars, Kaziski Auto Parts and Brada drivetrain number 53. He was our Hample Memorial winner earlier this year. Lead behind Andrew, that will be the 20 machine. That is Trevor Anderson out of Watertown, South Dakota. Anderson, the Hawk 20 Motorsports Dirt Track Supply, 605 Nutrition, Cowboy Country Store number 20. And final car out there, picked up his first feature win at the season opener earlier this year. That'll be Dylan Stillman out of Albo, Nebraska, the SNS Welding, Strike Farms, Core Grower State Bank, Dirt Track Bank number 35D. And speaking of Stillman, he is on top of the charts here in Deathridge Optics Hot Laps. A 13.513 is his mark. So good run there for Stillman. You get a good look at Tim Ward. Ward going 6th fastest overall at 13.859. For the driver out of Harcourt, Iowa, by way of Mesa, Arizona. Tim Ward, another one of our East Series Rookie of the Year contenders this year. And Dallin Murdy, like I said, is the current East Series Rookie of the Year point leader. He sits 3rd in the East Series standings coming into tonight. Of course, the East Series, they are back in action next Thursday night. That'll be at the Hamilton County Speedway, Webster City, Iowa, as part of the 2025 Hamilton County Fair. Speaking of East Series guys, I believe another one of our East Series Rookie of the Year contenders leads this next group out. Making his Huset Speedway debut out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that is the Horn Racing Engines Rocket Chassis number 01. That is CJ Horn. Behind CJ, I believe that'll be the 26 junior out of Bennington, Nebraska. That's the Zeitner & Sons Transport Monster Graphics Clark's Lawn Care number 26 junior. That is CRZ Corey Zeitner. Looks like 3rd car in line. That'll be the Wiley veteran from Marshalltown, Iowa. That is the in memory of Bob Moshman Trucking, Rumor Sports Bar, Hay Construction, Arnold Motor Supply number 99D. It's the Iron Man, Daryl DeFrance. Behind Daryl, the last car to make it into the pit area tonight out of Aurora, Nebraska. That is going to be the Leonard Graphics Vic Hill powered rocket number 5S. That is Dylan Schmier. Behind Dylan, that'll be driver making his Malvern Bank Series debut tonight out of Gibbon, Nebraska. That is the Leonard Graphics Downey Drilling Mid-Nebraska Garage Doors Nutrient Ag Solutions. Number 85 junior, that is Braxton Leonard. And final car on the Speedway will be the 10X out of Aberdeen, South Dakota. The DRT chassis quality engine Masters built chassis number 10X. That is Robert Bitts. Corey Zeitner going second here in hot laps, a 13.595. CJ Horn right now ninth at a 13.879. Braxton Leonard 13th at a 14.021. Gerald LaFrance 15th at a 14.251. Robert Vitz a 14.521. There you get a good look at Corey Zeitner there, fastest here in session number 3. The Zeitner & Sons Transport number 26 Junior. I believe Corey currently sitting third in the West Series standings coming into the Silver Dollar Nationals weekend. Corey Zeitner, I believe, currently sitting 7th on the all-time win list with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Actually, Corey Zeitner actually sitting 6th, 11 wins in his career. Good to see Corey make the trip out here again. Kind of had a rough go of it last night over at the Nordorf Memorial. Of course, this is the guy who sat on the pole position last night in the Nordorf Memorial. That is your defending Malvern Bank West Series champion out of La Vista, Nebraska. He drives the Taylor Quit Mark, Duros Networks, Wright Speed Yards, Collins Home Creations. Number 24, that is Billy the Kid, Bill Layton Jr. Behind Billy, that'll be the 37 machine out of Watertown, South Dakota. That is going to be the Lift Gator, Bolt Construction, Wilbur Crop Insurance. Number 37, that is Scott Ward. Third car in line from Papillion, Nebraska. That'll be the Al Belt Custom Homes, TB & Company, A1 Crash Cars, Kaziski Auto Parts. Number 52, that is Brian Kaziski. And behind Brian, one of our West Series Rookie of the Year contenders from Cairo, Nebraska, the I-80 Farms, Diamond J Custom Services, overhead door of Grand Island. Number 1, it's the leader of the Green Dice Gang. It's JJ Rodeman. Also on the Speedway, Kurt Schroeder in the 15C out of Newton, Iowa. The Kurt Schroeder CPA Pre-Owned Autos of Des Moines Jet Drain Services, number 15C, finished 9th last night in the Nordorf Memorial. And behind Kurt, I believe, is your Nordorf Memorial champion for this year from Norfolk, Nebraska, in the Signer Trucking Window World One Source Solution number 04. That is Tad Pospischel. And final car on the Speedway, making his series debut, come to us from Holly, Minnesota. That'll be the 44 machine, the Ravinius Ranch, Joe DeWald Farms, Levi Bank, Babcock Construction, number 44. That is Cole Schill. All cars ready to go in our 4th and final Deathridge Opticians hot lap session. Getting a quick look, looks like Tad Pospischel only 1/1000th of a second off the top time here in Deathridge Optics hot laps. So Dylan Silman the fastest here in Deathridge Opticians hot laps. Again, the top driver in hot laps gets a $50 gift certificate courtesy of Deathridge Opticians. So it does in fact pay to win hot laps with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. A $50 gift certificate going to Dylan Silman courtesy of our friends at Deathridge Opticians. So right now, the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series drivers are going to make their way back over across the way. They'll get ready for Kaiser Manufacturing qualifying later on this evening. That'll help set up our heat racing action later on this evening. And great to have so many great drivers here with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series for the West Series. Like I said, the 3rd year that the series has made the trip up here to Brandon, South Dakota, at Huset Speedway. I believe Bill Layton Jr., the most recent winner here, back on July 20th of last year. Of course, Justin Zeitner won the night before on July 19th. Of course, we had the double show the first time we were here on July 22nd of 2023. Kyle Burke winning the first feature and Justin Zeitner winning the second. Zeitner, the all-time winner here at Huset Speedway. So I believe we're about ready to switch it back over to the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. So we'll bring back on board my Buckeye brother, Dustin Jarrett, the Hall of Famer James Essex, about ready to take it away, guys. Great field of late models on hand for 3 big shows. 10 grand tonight, 10 grand tomorrow, and then the big 75 to round out the weekend.
Absolutely. Hey, let's take a look real quick as they're doing the crossover at the upcoming schedule for FloRacing Night in America, presented by Kubota. We are
coming up. You're coming up.
Action on Wednesday. Fairbury Speedway's One for the Road. Of course, that is the unofficial kickoff to the Prairie Dirt Classic. That is Wednesday night, and of course, that event live right here on FloRacing. September 11th, the 2nd annual Scott Bloomquist Memorial at Volunteer Speedway in Bulls Gap, Tennessee. Hobstadt, James. I just booked my Airbnb for that. Coming up on September 24th, Tri-State Speedway. Can't wait. They just had another phenomenal race there with the Summer Nationals and the American Valvoline Ironman Late Model Series, where Shannon Babb got by Colton Burnett there at the very end of the race. And then, of course, the Peach State Classic, the Bubba Pollard House of Power at Sonoy, Georgia in November.
I'm still pumped over that Shelby County there. Now, are you kidding me? That was an ROI almost, wasn't it?
I mean,
we got a ways to go yet, but holy cow!
If only someone had preached for years about how great the racing is in Iowa, right?
you are the
dueling pastry.
Well, Reggie White used to be the minister of defense. You're the minister of Iowa racing.
That's right.
As we do the crossover. Feel like I'm at Eldora, right?
That's right. Hey,
well,
dirt draft. Yes. Did you set your all Kosiski lineup?
They would take up everything plus Kyle Burke. A lot of great drivers. You know, in South Dakota, North Dakota, you got to call Rick Auckland from Fargo, right?
Yeah,
I saw him at Lernerville. But,
absolutely.
Well, you get $100,000 in, like, salary cap money. Who's the highest rated tonight? Do you think Davenport or Thornton?
Man, I set a lineup.
Maybe
I set my starter lineup
Pierce
last
has
night.
got to be in there, right?
I think Pierce was the highest.
So if you're a first-time player, you'll get a free T-shirt, either a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, a Kubota High Limit shirt, or a USAC shirt. By the way, USAC Indiana Sprint Week coming up very, very soon, live here on Flow. I believe they start this week where at the dirt track at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And that'll go on for a couple of weeks. But yeah, $100,000 sets your top five. And what do you think is going to be tonight? We got 3 different shows this weekend, right? 3 complete shows.
That's right.
So we might have 3 different winners.
We could very well. All right, Dirt Draft Hot Laps first wave going to make their way out on the track, and they're led out by our most recent winner we just talked about. That is the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, your World of Outlaws Series points leader. Second in the Silver Dollar Nationals 2 years in a row. And that Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Collins Brothers Towing sponsored. Number 32 behind him, a 2-time Silver Dollar Nationals champion, the Rocket One. That is Brandon Shepard, the Valvoline Swaber Calf Ranches, Petrov Towing Performance Grading, Franklin Enterprises sponsored number 1.
And also on the track in this group, there's the 60 car, the Minnesota truck, Amsoil entry. And he's running third in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. First time here, that'll be Dan Ebert. Dan Ebert out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota is behind him.
Well,
and Matthew Larson, Lake Shore, Minnesota for the 60. As we mentioned, the second generation racer, Matthew Larson, son of Brent Larson, the B1 bomber. And Matthew, of course, out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota. That's a rocket with a Vic Hill, the Hanco USA sponsored car. And behind them is the 76 car. Ran his grandpa's race last night. Finished second to Tad Pospisil. He is still the current track record holder right here.
He is.
In the 76 car, that's the Bargain Barn. Number 76, Longhorn of Blair Nodorf. Blair Nodorf, just about not that far away here in Renner, South Dakota. What, about 20, 30 minutes away?
That's right.
From Huset. And in the 49 car, the current Midwest Sheet Metal points leader, sporting the orange spoiler. He's in the Nutrient Ag Solutions ASC warranty entry. That is Jonathan Davenport. Jonathan Davenport out of Blairsville, Georgia. He is a 3-time Silver Dollar Nationals winner.
Clay Harris behind him in the number 6. Made this race last year for the very first time. Scott Bailey, power play underneath the hood of that Longhorn. The Wilkerson Farms Impact Electrical Services, Dunright Construction, number 6. Second in last year's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year points to that driver, the 22 star for G.R. Smith. That is Drake Troutman, 8 wins on the year for the 20-year-old out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania. He is currently leading the World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year point standings, 4th in their overall points in that Victory Circle Auto Sales Gambler Transport Brickhouse Tavern, number 22 star.
So again, Ricky Thornton Jr. comes in second. He's 25 behind JD. Right now, Hudson O'Neill has moved into third. He did that a week ago. Then you have that battle for 4th. That is between, right now, Devin Moran, Garrett Outverson, and Brandon Shepard right there. And again, in the Rookie of the Year chase, it's a 3-horse battle there with McIntosh, Hilzebeck, and Dan Ebert.
Ooh, look at these hot lap times. Could we see Snowdrift's track record
Snowdrift?
12.673. Is that what you have?
Possibly. That's moving, isn't it?
12.673. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well,
we just went underneath the track record, by the way. Bobby Pierce. Did he not?
He did. He went under the hot lap.
60.
Yes.
It's not official, right?
It is unofficial until All-Star Performance time trials, yes.
But you still get Jonathan Davenport leads the Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Again, you'll get cash award at the end of the year. Not you, but you and I do not. But if we sell Daniel Hilsebeck's trailer, we'll split $500.
That's right. It's still for sale.
If you're looking, yes, he still has the one he's had. He's got a new one, and then he's from SNS, but he's got his older one for sale. Very nice looking rig. One time, what do we say that? One time, it's still got the new rig smell, right?
Great
the new
rig.
car smell.
It's well taken care of. Owner that really appreciated it. Yeah, what's all the great words that they say? You know, I mean, the value is going to keep on this thing.
Right.
Right. It would be a good investment.
Well, they do hold their value.
You're not buying one. You're investing. You're investing in something that if you take care of it, you can sell it back.
So somebody here in South Dakota, North Dakota, wherever, just come to the racetrack, see Daniel Hilsebeck over in the pit area. He'll be here all weekend.
Tell him at Essex and Jarrett Logistics sent you. We just saw the 76 of Brandon Overton in that Riggs Motorsports Longhorn Dude Wipes factory team. There's the 74X of Ethan Dodson out of Bakersfield, California, currently second in the World of Outlaws rookie point standings. The ASD Motorsports Jarrett Rifles, Azio Camo sponsored entry. There's the 20 RT, second in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points out of Chandler, Arizona, Ricky Thornton Jr. And he's got the Cornet under the hood.
The Cornet under the hood.
Yes.
There's the 19M car, currently 12th in the points. DJ, the Clyburn Tank Lines, Dry Barstow 19M. That'll be Spencer Hughes. Spencer Hughes, the JCM Motorsports Colton Miller owned car. That team based in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, I like how you said Alabama.
Alabama.
That was good. That was good.
How about the Big Perm? You know, he's from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yes, I do.
He is in the James Ratliff JR Motor Sales Innovative Community Solutions. 18M, that is Dalton Wilson. Dalton Wilson right now is 8th in the championship points for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And Shane DeMay's back with us.
He is. I talked to Shane here. Of course, he ran the Tri-State Late Models last night. I talked to him and said, what's your plans the rest of the weekend? And he's like, well, we're going to see how things go. He said, I might run Lucas, might run Malvern Bank, and he's decided he is going to run with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
You know what he's driving, right? A Team Zero Bloomquist car.
That's right.
Made the show the other night. 2-time track champion of the modifieds at Shelby County.
Yes, that's right.
He was like everybody else. How about the interview Dirt on Dirt? Kyle McFadden, the interview to the drivers and Rick Schwally. And, man, just an awesome race the other night, man.
Is that Jonathan Davenport?
No, that is not.
No, it is not Jonathan.
That is not Billy Green either.
It is, no, it's Brock Carlson out of Winside. Yep, out of Winside, Nebraska. James, you know what kind of chassis he's in?
He's in a Swartz car.
Yes, he is. The Elite Door, Tolberg Farms, top paintless dent repair. One of my favorite sponsors, James, Fur Baby Rescue.
That's right. I like it.
Absolutely. And that is, so I talked to him down there. He said, actually, I'm a big Jonathan Davenport fan. He goes, and that car, he goes, his car this year was kind of an inspiration. He said, I didn't want it to look exactly the same. He said, but I like the colors. I like the layout and design of it. He said that was the inspiration behind my wrap.
Well, Brandon Overton right now, the Dude Wipes, Mesilla Valley Transportation, UNOH car, a 12.982 for Brandon Overton. Anthony Burrows turning the wrenches on that car. Looking for his second series win of the year. He was with us here a couple of years ago when we were here. Of course, last year he went out and won the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series Points Championship. How about Jimmy Owens? Is he leading the Hunt the Front Series and Ray Cook's Southern Nationals points, right?
I'll tell you what,
I thought Chris Madden retired.
That Owens guy.
Did they say that Chris Madden, what happened to Chris Madden? He sold all of his stuff. He was driving for G.R. Smith. Now he's driving for Cale Green, who we met at the Dream, and he's got a couple of wins on the Southern Nationals.
Absolutely.
They are back in action tonight.
So they're doing the crossover, James, from the infield over. Hey, a shout out to our friends at Eldora Speedway tonight. Kubota High Limit is in action over there, and that is on FS1 as well. Their upcoming schedule looks like this. They'll head on over to Lernerville Speedway for the Don Martin Memorial next week. They'll take a few weeks off, obviously, in observation of the Knoxville Nationals, and they get back at it with their second West Coast swing of the year. Tulare for some Thursday night Thunder Bowl. I see what they did there, August 14th. The 49er Gold Rush at Placerville on the 16th, and of course Gold Cup at Silver Dollar, and the Showdown of the River at Douglas County. All of that and more, HighLimitRacing.com. We hope you can check out our good friends at High Limit Racing, and if not,
they're on. Click them both. Click them. Can we click both of them on at the same time? We can we? Chase Rodman, Blake Anderson, Tony Laporta, 100,000 to win tonight at the Big E. 100,000 to win. Aaron Reitzel and Corey Day, your winners there last night.
Yes.
At the Big E.
Yes, it was.
We'll be there in September for the World 100. 3 nights. We got 3 nights, right? We haven't expanded it out anymore, have we?
No,
three nights of that. We got our flow race in back in June, so we'll be there coming up in June. Next June is the dream again, and then we'll be back for Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship, and that'll be coming up in October. Get your tickets now, EldoraSpeedway.com. Camping and tickets still available.
Have they raised the height on the chairs up here?
I don't know, but
I mean, I got to jump into this.
I'm back to the suitcase monitor right here in front of me.
I need a suitcase to climb up into this bar stool they got for me.
Well, the thing about the elevator here, it's great. Don't get me wrong. But this is 4 floors, but it only goes to the 3rd floor. Of course, we've been accused of that, not going all the way to the top, have we? Our elevator hasn't gone all the way to the top for a long time, have we? We've known each other for a long time.
That's right.
But the people are great. People in Shelby County. How about the community? It does remind you of Fairbury, and the race reminded you of Fairbury, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the community stuck. Hey, the Chamber of Commerce, the mayor was even there. The mayor was even there on Wednesday nights, Tuesday nights.
No, not me. I'm the mayor of Marshalltown, but
you are the mayor.
Yes, that's right. All right, next wave of dirt draft hot laps for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, making their way out on the racetrack, and they're going to be led out by the driver out of Norfolk, Nebraska in the 07. That has been Suka in the Pro Power
Sports car.
That's right, the Power Sports Auto, quality siding and roofing, Spud trucking entry. Behind him, Junior Coover.
Love it.
Norfolk, absolutely. It's a Dargy-powered Black Diamond race car, the National Auto Sales Norfolk transmission and muffler sponsored 10 for Bernard Coover Jr.
Right? Bill Wright would love you for that at Knoxville, right?
That's right. We'll see Bill here in a couple months as well. There's the defending race champion out of Dresden, Ohio, Devin Moran, the 30-year-old in that Roger Sellers Lazy Days RV Double Down Motorsports Big River Steel sponsored number 99. And James behind him, the New Deal Hudson O'Neill out of Martinsville, Indiana.
In the Big River Steel Wheeler Medals, Cornette-powered Longhorn for Todd and Vicky Burns, currently 3rd in the series points. Donald McIntosh coming at you at turn number 4, the Billy Hicks Racing entry, 79 car. Remember, he's picked up some sponsors, of course, out this way, right, this weekend. Al Belt Custom Homes, just to name a few.
Yeah, Rick Haven Ridge, Financial Advising. Yes. Yep, Predator Custom Trailers as well.
And that side of that Longhorn, Clements Power, currently leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie. There's good to see Brian Shirley made the trip, right?
Yeah, and that was one that you and I, we do a lot of research and notes and talking to drivers going in, and didn't know Brian Shirley was going to be here until tonight. So it's good to see the Chattanooga, Illinois driver here, the Bob Cohen Racing, Thompson Express, Hooker Trucking, JJ Ventures Gaming, number 3S. There's the Paylor Motorsports 93. That's Carson Ferguson out of Lincoln, North Carolina. The Hoopah Grading Company, Live Oak Aesthetic, Coleman Farms Racing, Spark Oil Company, sponsored car for Donald and Gina Bradshaw. And one other driver, James, the 28, a Dennis Erb Jr. out of Carpentersville, Illinois, the 2022 Outlaws champ. The Vomac Truck Sales, McBride, Mack, Kaiser Manufacturing, PFC Performance, sponsored at number 28.
Oh, Herb right now, 12,850 in the 28 car. Headline the crew chief on that Rocket Clements. First time here at Huset. Top 10 the other night at Shelby County. Carson Ferguson, 12,834. Hudson O'Neill, 12,872. So Bobby Pierce in that first group, he was under the track record. The track record again, Blair Nodorf, 12,673. Pierce had a 12,626. So our next group here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, getting ready to head on out here. By the way, Saturday night, I think for all 3 days, you're looking at, over $300,000. By the way, Saturday night, the feature purse, $197,600. Plus, we got a non-qualifiers race that is paying $20,000 purse. So not bad. So again tonight, the Malvern Bank West Series, they will be qualifying and they'll be running their heats tonight. Tomorrow night, they'll run their B mains and their A main tomorrow night, 6,053. And in those drivers, they will be invited back for Saturday night to run with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Good stuff. Like
Jesse Saab, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And thank you to Doug Johnson and Todd Queering for all what they do. As the next group of cars, well, the fun tour continues. It's been going on for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, it seems like, right?
And he runs well here, too. He runs
does.
very well here.
He was here last year. He's made the jaunt from St. Mary's, Ohio, where the team is based at his turbo, the Langenfelder #1. Tyler, about in New Waverly, Texas, behind him, the Sunoco Low Voltage Solutions 58. Good run the other night at Shelby County. He is out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. That is Garrett Alberson. Garrett Alberson and the Ken and Beth Roberts, number 58.
We're back to having both red 22s here, James. This will be the 22 of Daniel Hilsebeck out of Earlham, Iowa, in the Banning Chiropractic Big Deal Car Care Hilsebeck Farms sponsored entry, second in the current O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year point standings, again out of Earlham, Iowa. Behind him, one of last year's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year candidates out of Dade City, Florida. That's the 19-year-old Brendan Smith in the Big Daddy's Cattle. Guardian Hurricane Protection Services, Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing, sponsored number 17 SS.
Another driver that ran for Rookie of the Year last year, back in the Lucas Oil Series full-time this year, 15th in the points, the Ponchos Racing Products. Sunoco Race Fuels, number 93, that is Corey Lawler. Corey Lawler out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. Then we have Brody Smith. So the Smith brothers coming off the, right?
Well, I mean, we've got red, we've got black, we've got gray, we've got blue, we've got...
Love it. I think I'm colorblind.
Oh, the Slim Reaper himself. Hey, how about this guy making his first ever start with the Lucas Oil late model?
Yes, who did the graphics on that car?
Slicker.
Yes.
Yes, out of Mitchell, South Dakota. That is going to be Lane Brendan, not Brendan Smith. That's Lane Brendan in the Ponderosa Services Fast Lane Racing LC Custom Rocket Pro Power number 8.
Not the Speedway or the Steakhouse.
Not Ponderosa Steakhouse, no. No, and not Ponderosa Speedway, no.
Yeah, Slicker Graphics, Michael Lefevers. That's a good looking number 8 on there. Here comes Tyler Erb. Loves this place. He was trying to make it to Shelby County there, and I didn't quite have everything ready to go, but he is here tonight. Corey Lawler, who showed a lot of speed over the last couple of months. 12.957. Garrett Alberson, 12.999, and then Brendan Smith.
Remember, Corey Lawler was quickest in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at Shelby County the other night also.
So that should do it. So Bobby Pierce, the quickest here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, 12.626 in the 32 car. So BP 32, as you interviewed him there, on his 21st overall win here in 2025, is second with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, current World of Outlaw Series points leader. Back here, he won this race in 2019. He could sweep the weekend. What is that? That's 95. We need to do the bonus. We need to do the Schwally bonus.
If the Schwally bonus?
It's like he did, well, Hudson O'Neill, right, the other night.
Okay. What's the
Hudson O'Neill at Wheatland, right? He won Thursday, Friday, and if he would have won Saturday, they was going to pay him a bonus. It would have been $100,000. So
I think that was coming from the track, not from Rick Schwally, right? I think you're spending Rick's money over here. I tell you what, you work on that. Well, I'm going to toss to a set of commercial breaks. You go over and talk to Rick about spending his money. Don't go anywhere. We have got All-Star Performance Time Trials coming up. It's the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing.
The My Race Pass app is your motorsports headquarters on race night. With over 800 organizations across multiple forms of motorsports, you'll always have the information you need in the palm of your hand. Race day information with official entries, lineups, live timing and drag racing timing slips, official results, point standings, announcer audio, fantasy racing, and so much more. Don't be left in the dark on race night. Download the My Race Pass app today in Google Play and the App Store. My Race Pass, the ultimate racing resource.
Hey, race fans, have you set your Dirt Draft line?
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is back big for 2025 as the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP kicks off in January and concludes at the season finale at Eldora Speedway in October. Drivers will battle for over $1.3 million with $250,000 awarded to the series champion at Eldora Speedway. Don't miss the action all season.
You have to fight to pull ahead, to find your edge, to do whatever it takes to make you 1/10 of a second faster, smarter, more committed than the other guy. Because you've got the kind of passion that can overcome the impossible. And we've got the most powerful performance race fuel available to help you do it. Sunoco Race Fuels. Take the lead.
This is what you save your lunch money for.
Welcome to the High Limit Room.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini mill technologies. By Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. And by ARP, quality first and made in the USA.
You're up as tall as you go on this chair, right? I need to go up a little bit higher, but anyway.
Nope. What a move over booster seat.
We have. What a great view here. What a great facility. Huset's just south of Interstate 90, as you mentioned, Brandon, South Dakota. Look, he's ended up in Sioux Falls last night had to take Castleberry to do some shopping last night. Got him a new belt. Could have went to Al Belt Custom Homes, right? Could have went to Al Belt Custom Homes.
That's right. That's right. And you could have talked to Rick Havenridge about the financial advising on that.
We need to do that.
Absolutely.
Since I'm apparently handling other people's money now. But anyway. All right, you see the cars, they're going to come through the infield, sort of like we do at Eldora. They'll bring those groups through the infield.
Essex Financial Consulting.
That's right. That's right. Hey, thanks to Gary Hopp and Doug Batts the other night. I mean, there are people still talking about that race at Shelby County, and that was awesome. And, man, I look for bigger and better things there. That was simply an awesome race, and I was glad to have done it with you. That was terrific.
We had a good time, and I've already talked to Gary Hopp about adding IMCA stock cars next year. And
what did he say about that? Maybe?
Well, I think
yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Oh. I think you play this commissioner card, but you get no results, DJ. A lot of hollow promises. You'd make a good politician. You talk a big game, but
who turned his microphone on? Who turned his microphone?
Hey, guys, I want to tell you real quick, track crew, they've really done a great job. Yesterday, it was a challenge. They got 1.6 inches of rain on Tuesday night into Wednesday, and they did a lot of work. Guys battled last night. This thing's still got a lot of moisture in it, and I think it's going to be entertaining out here for All-Star Performance qualifying. But one thing I noticed, they're finally able to push this cushion already earlier tonight, earlier than they got it all of last night with the Tri-State late models.
Yeah, and you and I were here last night, Ben, as well for a little while, and it was just with the rain that they had gotten, it really and truly, it took pretty much the entire night for them to get the track widened out last night.
Well, they did, and it was not for lack of trying from those guys. There was some guys that had some bad luck last night. I also want to point out 30 cars here tonight, and as James said, we very well could have a few more stick around from the SLMR guys for Saturday. But this 30, you go down the list, this is a different flavor 30 than even a year ago. We had a good field last year, 26. I mean, you obviously want more cars, but when you go down the list and you see the Brian Shirleys, the Drake Troutmans, the Dennis Erb Jr.'s, obviously Bobby Pierce has won this race before he won this race a year ago tonight. Ethan Dodson, you throw those on with all the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series regulars, a few other privateers in the pit area. This is a strong field. We've really got a lot of talent. I think they're going to put on a great show.
So Group A will be coming up here for All-Star Performance Time Trials. They will qualify against each other. They will have 2 at a time, and they will be heats 1 and 2 tonight. Group B will be heats 3 and 4 tonight. Ready to go. Dustin will be Dan Ebert, currently third. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. He's out of Lakeshore, Minnesota. The Collins Brothers Towing, Minnesota Truck Headquarters, Woody's Racing. Christensen Group Insurance, Rocket Durham. Brandon Bellinger, the crew chief on that car, the 22-star last year's Rookie of the Year. It's Drake Troutman out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania. G.R. Smith, Team 22 Incorporated. Rick House Tavern, Victory Circle Auto, Gambler Transport, RFI Resources, Lucia Valley Transportation, Jerry Siding, Roofing and Windows, Stone Natural Resources, and George Beckett and Sons, LLC. Hunter Cornell, the crew chief on the 22-star.
Oh, we've only got 2, that's right.
We got 2, and they do it quickly.
Yes, they do. 13:027 for Troutman, 13:058 for Dan Ebert are the best laps. I forgot we were going 2 and not 3. They did 4 last night. I thought we might go 3 tonight, but we'll go 2. And it's Drake Troutman, the early time to beat, 13:027.
It'll be the current Midway Sheet Metal points leader in the Lucas Oil Series, Jonathan Davenport, 3-time Silver Dollar Nationals winner out of Blairsville, Georgia. He is in the Nutrient Ag Solutions, Dyna-Gro Seed, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas. That's the Longhorn Clements, followed by the 32, former winner also in 2019. Current World of Outlaws Series points leader Bobby Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois, the Low Voltage Solutions, Rio Grande Waste Services, Churchill Transport, Collins Brothers Towing, the Sea of LA Transportation, Toyota of Danville, Carnegie Towing, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body, Fast One Speed Shop, Leakage Service, and Floyd's Waste Systems.
Jonathan Davenport, 13142. Bobby Pierce, 13153. Second and final lap times. Jonathan Davenport goes to the top of the leaderboard with a 12.988. Bobby Pierce to third with a 13031. That'll be his best lap time. Jonathan Davenport, the time to beat after 4 cars with a 12.988.
Well, Matthew Larson, son of the B1 bomber Brent Larson, makes his first appearance in the Lucas Oil Series. He's out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the 8L. He's in the Hanco USA Rocket Vic Hill. He'll be followed by the 76, the current track record holder out of Render, South Dakota. That'll be Blair Nodorf. Blair Nodorf in the Longhorn Clements Bargain Barn, Tire Center, Grandpa Ben's Ranch, Western Provisions, KDD Millennium Real Estate, Slicker Graphics, Asphalt Pros, Howe Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Fire, and Glanzer Trucking, LLC, number 76.
So the first lap time for the 8 of Matthew Larson, 5th quick, 13580. And Snowdrift, he is the track record holder here, 13081. For the Renner South Dakota driver, second lap time for the Baby Bomber, Matthew Larson. His second time's a little better, 6th quick, 13411. And Blair Nodorf's second lap time, not quite as good. He'll hold at 5th with a 13081. Jonathan Davenport, Drake Troutman, Bobby Pierce, your top 3 after 6.
How about that, a 12-9, then you have, how many? 5, 4, 13-0. It'll be Clay Harris, last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Jupiter, Florida. The Wilkerson Farms, Impact Electrical, Done Right Construction, National Fragile X Foundation, Universal Cable System, 12 Kings Construction, that's a Longhorn, Scott Bailey, followed by Brandon Shepard, the Valvoline, Robert Calf Ranches, Franklin Enterprises, Petrov Towing, Gunners Honey, Ace Metal Works, Sunoco, Collins Brothers Towing, Styles Marina Maintenance, Rocket One, Prio Motors, that's a Rocket Durham for Brandon Shepard.
Clay Harris, 6th quick, his first lap, 13.291. Shep, 5th quick, 13079. Second time around for the 6 of Clay Harris is not as good. He'll hold it 7th, 13291. And Brandon Shepard, his second lap time is the quickest lap so far. 12949. Brandon Shepard, now the time to beat here in All-Star Performance Time Trials Group A.
Here's the defending series champion, currently second in the points, the 20 RT out of Chandler, Arizona. It'll be Ricky Thornton Jr., the Bobby and Jessica Kohler Motorsports. That's the Hoker Trucking, Knights Company, Coleman Farms Racing, Ultimate Towing and Recovery, Elite Ready Mix, Capital Waste, Sunoco, EMD Rep Certified Inspection. It's a Longhorn Cornet, followed by Brock Carlson. He's out of Windside, Nebraska, the Swartz Car, Tobolk Farms, Elite Doors, Island Supply, Top Notch, Paintless Dent Repair, Fry Incorporated, and Fur Baby Rescue 49.
I love it. Ricky Thornton Jr. now at the top of the leaderboard. James 12859. And Brock Carlson 10th quick. RTJ second lap not as good. Not gonna matter. Brock Carlson's second trip around. He was 10th quick on lap 1. He'll stay 10th with a better lap, 14557. I love Fur Baby Rescue, by the way. Ricky Thornton Jr. now the time to beat. James 12859 after 10 cars.
Next to two drivers that were in the show the other night. It'll be 12th in the points. That'll be Spencer Hughes. He's out of Marina, Mississippi. The JCM Motorsports, Colton Miller Car, Yellowhammer Design and Construction, Clyburn Tank Lines, Drive Bar, Stoney on Bubbles Car Wash, Lone Star Super Gas. That is a Rocket J. Dickens, followed by Shane DeMay. He's out of Denison, Iowa. The IP Pathways, Lundell Plastics Corporation, J&C Properties, Precision Hydraulics, Hyperco, Schillenberg Trucking. That's a Team Zero Bloomquist, number 15M.
Spencer Hughes going to be 10th quick his first time around. Now Shane DeMay goes 10th quick. See if he is able to capitalize on lap number 2. Spence's first lap, 13.604. His second lap is better, 9th quick, 13401. Shane DeMay improves on lap 2. He'll be 11th, 13459. Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Shepard, Jonathan Davenport, your top 3 so far.
3 more to go, and they're all good. Here in Group A, it's Brandon Overton. He's out of Evans, Georgia, the Riggs Motorsports. Longhorn Factory Team, sponsored by Heartbeat Hot Sauce, Machine Valley Transportation, Dude Wipes, UNOH, Trip USA, Big Dog Stump and Tree, Napa Auto Parts, and Garto Southern. It's a Longhorn Clements, by the way, Ethan Dotson. He's in the 2X Motorsports, BK, Grading and Paving, HNA Development. American Racing, Jared Rifles, Azio, Longhorn Clements, 74X.
8th quick for Brandon Overton on lap number 1:13.222. First trip around for Ethan Dotson. He stumbled a little bit. 13th quick, 1:35.48. Lap number 2. Brandon Overton is 8th quick, and it's a little better lap time, but he stays 8th, 1:3.158. Ethan Dotson trying to capitalize on lap number 2, and he does. He'll jump up to 10th fastest, 1:3.313. James, one driver left to qualify here in Group A. It's going to be the big perm Dalton Wilson, and he is gunning for RTJ's quick lap of 1:2.859.
And the James Ratliff, JRO Motorsports, based in Campbellsville, Kentucky, for the Fayetteville, North Carolina driver, Grant Lee Farms, CMG Auto Sales, the Auto Outlet, Innovative Community Solutions, Kellner Contracting, JRO Motor Sales, B&L Construction, Dean Bowen, the crew chief for the Longhorn Clements. 18D final qualifier in Group A here tonight.
First trip around for the big perm Dalton Wilson. Good lap, 3rd quick. 1:2.968, has to pick up a hair over a 10th. On lap 2, let's see what he's got. Dalton Wilson's second lap time swings out a little bit off corner number 4, doesn't quite get it. His second lap time was a 13:051, but his first lap, James, as long as he makes weight and passes the UNOH Tech and Scale area, will be good enough to put him on the outside front row of a heat race. When it was Ricky Thornton Jr. setting quick time here in Group A with a 1:2.859. Shep second quick, Big Perm third, Jonathan Davenport fourth. As long as those times hold up, those 4 drivers will start on the front row of heat races 1 and 2. See the rest of the top 10 there: Troutman, Pierce, Ebert, Snowdrift, Overton, and Clay Harris.
Guys, how about Ricky Thornton Jr.? Obviously, quick time in All-Star Performance Group A. We'll see if that holds up overall for his series best 9th of the year. But 7 starts here across 6 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series starts. And oh yeah, don't forget, he won the Ben Nodorf Memorial here last year on Wednesday night. But in 7 starts, last year 13th in this event. That was his worst finish. His average finish, 3.8, 2 wins along the way. He's one that's going to be a contender to pick up his first Silver Dollar Nationals title come Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets around this place well, and he's off to a good start here tonight. Ben, appreciate that tidbit of info, and we're going to wipe the slate clean and get ready for All-Star Performance Time Trials for the second half of the field. That'll be Group B, and the way they qualify, James, that will set the stage for heat races 3 and 4.
So like you said, heat race number 1 will have Thornton and Dalton Wilson for the Victory Fuel pole tonight. One of those may be on there, somebody else.
With Bobby Pierce in that heat also.
Yes. Yes.
And then heat 2 will have Brandon Shepard, Jonathan Davenport, Drake Troutman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Very nice. Look how close those times were. That was pretty impressive there. He was about 0.2 of a second for first through 10th maybe. All right, Group B, these will be heats 3 and 4 tonight. Hey, Bernard Coover Jr. is going to lead them out here.
Yes.
We'll get them all to the infield. Hey.
Look at this. Look at that drone shot.
Guys like that, I mean.
What, is that a helicopter?
Could be.
Huh.
Guys like Junior Coover and Al Humphrey, man, those are the guys that are the fabric of this sport still. And, man, there just aren't many of them left, right, that have done this. Junior Coover, by the way, is driven for 1977, so that's 48 years he has been racing.
And one of the absolute nicest guys you'll talk to in the pit area as well. As grassroots as it gets, man, and we need more Junior Coovers in the
Guy
world.
Still has the open trailer, drove it 3.5 hours the other day from to race last night.
And does just about all the work himself on the race car, too. You know, he is as old school and grassroots as it gets, man, and that's just a sentimental feel-good story when he pulls in, James.
First met him at Knoxville many years ago, and it's like and of course at I-80 he was there all the time as well. So good to see the Kosiski family with us here tonight. Thank you for all they've done for us in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and Dirt Late Model Racing. Yes, Ben.
I was going to say, you saw Joe Kosiski earlier. He's like the Dick Clark of Dirt Late Model Racing. That man never ages. He looks the same as long as I've known him.
So, again, how about that tonight for the SLMRA? They've got $153 just to start a heat race. And in time trials, everybody gets money for time trials for the Malvern Bank West Series here tonight. Again, Tad Pospish, who won the Biddendorf Memorial Race last night, he is the current points leader. He plans to run with us on Saturday night.
Got a few of those guys jumping over, as you mentioned, with us on Saturday.
Yes.
All right,
You ready? Are you ready? How about ready. Junior Coover? Are you ready? Junior Coover. Here he comes, buddy. In the Black Diamond Dargene, Norfolk, Nebraska, the Norfolk Motor Company. Ken's Trailer Sales and Repair, Wing 10 Graphics, D&D Enterprises, Quality Siding Roofing, Jerry's Trailers and Campers, the Windshield Doctors, National Auto, Norfolk Transmission and Muffler, followed by the 79. Leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie Deer Chase, Donald McIntosh. Donald McIntosh from Dawsonville, Georgia. The H&H Total Sales, Coleman Farms Racing, NobodyWalksNC.com. Albert Custom Homes, Rick Havenridge Principal Financial, Gambler Performance, and Predator Custom Trailers. That's a Longhorn Clements car 79.
Donald McIntosh 13-4-13, Junior Coover 14-0-8-1 on lap number 1. Lap number 2 for Junior Coover. Not quite as good. He'll rest on a 14-0-1-8. D-Mac's second lap time is a little bit better. 1-3-2-3-5. The early bar set for Group B by the Dawsonville, Georgia native of the Hicks Racing 79. It's Donald McIntosh.
Dennis Serb Jr. won. He raced in Shelby County. Former Dirt Label to Dream winner. Former World of Outlaws Series champion out of Carpentersville, Illinois. First time here at Huset. He's the Mirage Mac. Vomac Truck Sales, Fox Shocks. Performance Riding Custom, that is a Rocket Clements, followed by Ben Sukup, Norfolk, Nebraska, the Sweets Car. Pro Power, Power Sports Nation, First Citizens Bank, Spud Trucking, National Auto Sales, Spud Snowy Range and Adventures, Quality Siding and Roofing, and Lammer's Trailer Repair, number 07.
Dennis Erb Jr. second quick now, 1-3-2-8-6. Ben Sukup will be third quick with a 1-3-6-2-8. Dennis Erb Jr. has been running pretty good here the last 5 or 6 weeks, James. His second lap time, not quite as good. He'll stay second for the time being. Ben Sukup's second lap time, also not as good. He will remain third. Donald McIntosh, 1-3-2-3-5, the time to beat after 4 cars in Group B.
Up next, 2 drivers that right now sit 4th and 3rd in the points. It'll be the 99 5-time winner this year out of Dresden, Ohio. It'll be Devin Moran. Devin Moran, the Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports, Big River Steel, Lazy Days RV, C&W Trucking, Bowbag, Millwood Plumbing, Anthony's Pizza, Pee Wee's Wrecker Service, Refuel Wellness, Red Oak Pub, Carson Rosado, McHugh Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Phillips CPE, Smoky Mountain Speedway, Holland Haskell's, followed by Hudson O'Neill, third of the points, the Todd of Dickie Burns, Longhorn Cornet, Big River Steel, Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding, Subsurface of Indiana Professional Concrete Cutting Drilling, Westside Tractor Sales, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, Dyno 1 Indiana, USSSA Fast Pitch Softball, Bob and Tammy Burton, Bob Katowicio, Sunoco, and we got a new quick time, DJ.
We got a new quick time and a new second. Devin Moran and Hudson O'Neill go 1 and 2 after those laps. Dev's second lap time not quite as good. 1-3-1-4-2. Hudson O'Neill's second lap time 1-3-1-4-1.
Wow.
By 1/1000th of a second. Hudson O'Neill is your new quick qualifier, 1-3-1-4-1-6 officially for the Martinsville, Indiana driver.
It'll be the 93, 9th in the points, Carson Ferguson out of Lincoln to North Carolina, DJ, the Paler Motorsports, Longhorn Clements, Upal Grading Company, Live Oak Aesthetic Family Dentistry, Coleman Farms Racing, Sparks Oil, Boone HVAC, Solidified Concrete, followed by Brian Shirley, the Bob and Lisa Colden, Longhorn Durham, Thompson Express, Hoker Trucking, All Guy Performance, J&J Ventures Gaming, Race Ranch, KBC Graphics, Cheap Cars, and Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop. Look at this.
Carson Ferguson, Brian Shirley. Oh my. Oh, they just keep topping themselves, James. Second lap time for Carson Ferguson. Can he one up Squirrel? He does not. 1-3-1-1-7. Can Shirley get into the 12-second bracket? He does not. 1-3-0-9-7. Brian Shirley, that is the new time to beat after 8 cars.
Still fastest overall is Thornton at 12.859. Up next will be the 17 SR rookie late model driver. It'll be Brody Smith. He's out of Dade City, Florida. The Sean Smith Rocket Durham, Big Daddy's Cattle Guardian Hurricane Protection, Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing, Skipper Smokehouse, Total Claim Source, followed by the 22. Second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year Chase, Daniel Hilsebeck out of Erlenmeyer with the Capital Clements, Banning Chiropractic, 22 Enterprises, Big Deal Car Care, Hilsebeck Farms, Finish Line Body and Paint, Adam Snow Removal, and Alley Auto Sales, 22.
Brody Smith, 8th quick on lap number 1. Daniel Hilsebeck, 6th fastest. His first time around, James, less than 0.2 of a second right now, separating your top 7 qualifiers in Group B. Lap 2 for Brody Smith, not as good. It'll be 9th. Best lap, 1-3. 7.36. Daniel Hilsebeck improves on lap 2. He is 5th quick right now with a 1.3.212 after 10 cars. Brian Shirley, Carson Ferguson, Hudson O'Neal, the top 3.
It'll be the 17 Double S Sean Smith's car. That's his son Brenda Smith out of Dade City, Florida. The Rocket Durham, guarding hurricane protection. Big Daddy's Cattle, Crazy Plumbing. Total Claim Source, Skipper Smokehouse, Clyde Johnson Contracting. That is the Sunoco Race Fuel 17 Double S. Garrett Albertson, the Sunoco Low Voltage Solution, the Mesilla Valley Transportation. Titan Racing Products, Dickey's Doghouse, Cheap Cars, Fertilizer Equipment, Romer Machine. That's a Longhorn Clements, 58 for Roberts Racing.
Brendan Smith, 8th quick on lap 1. Garrett Albertson now the time to beat in Group B, 1.3027 for the Las Cruces, New Mexico driver. 2nd lap time for Brendan Smith, a little better. 9th quick, 1.3494. And Garrett Albertson into the 12-second bracket here in Group B. 1.2998 for the driver of the Ken and Beth Roberts, number 58. That is the new time to beat in Group B with just 3 drivers remaining.
Well, it was, 2/10 of a second in that first group, and now you still got 2/10 of a second, the top
about
5.
Yeah.
Corey Lawler will be up next, DJ, out of Hanover, PA. The PPC Lubricants, Poncho's Racing Products, week set out of sales. Sunoco Longhorn Pro Power, followed by Lane Brendan out of Mitchell, South Dakota, the Rocket Pro Power. Ponderosa Services, Fast Lane Racing, and Slicker Graphics. Number 8,
Corey Lawler.
Oh, my.
2nd quick, 1.3050.
You go, Corey.
Lane Brendan is 11th quick. Let's see what Lawler has on lap 2.
Dustin?
Does he have anything for Albertson? No, he does not. His best lap is lap 1, 1.3050. And Lane Brendan improves on lap 2. He'll go 10th quick. 1.3 good lap for Lane Brendan, 1.3452. Corey Lawler, 2nd quick. He is going to be on the front row of a heat race, and this driver.
Yeah.
Does he have anything for him? He's got to get 12.998 to one-up Garrett Albertson.
He's traveled about 10,000 miles, it seems like, in the last month. It's last year's Summer Nationals champion. It'll be Turbo Tyler Erb. Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas. The Best Performance Motorsports, Langenfelder Mechanical, Roberts B Company, First Class Septic, Go Lithium, Sunoco, Sanawell, Rocket Clements, Cody Carl, the crew chief on 1.
10th quick, 1.3413. He has got to pick up a good bit here on lap number 2. Let's see what he does. He runs well here at Huset. Got a line in turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Turbo's 2nd lap is better, but he stays 10th. 1.3291 for the driver originally out of New Waverly, Texas. And that's a wrap on All-Star Performance Time Trials Group B. Garrett Albertson sets quick time with a 12.998. Corey Lawler, 2nd quick. Brian Shirley, 3rd. Carson Ferguson, 4th. They will be on the front row of heat races 3 and 4 as long as they make their way through the UNOH Tech and Scale area. O'Neal, Moran, Hilsebeck, McIntosh, Erb, 9th and 10th.
And that's 10 bonus points, remember, for that 4th spot.
Absolutely.
Albertson trying to catch Devin Moran, Dustin.
But your overall quick qualifier is going to make his way back out on the racetrack. It'll be the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. with a 12.859, the quickest he came out of Group A. And James, as you mentioned, that's important because that's 10 bonus points for him as well as he comes into tonight just 30 points behind Jonathan Davenport in that big River Steel chase for the championship. So RT and Albertson get those 10 bonus points for being quick time in their respective groups. And again, Ricky Thornton Jr. quickest overall with a 1.2.859, and he is going to make his way back out on the front straightaway here momentarily and grab a word with our very own Ben Shelton.
Yeah, we'll have Ricky Thornton Jr. momentarily. DJ, you're a big dirt draft guy. Obviously, you play the whole night on dirt draft. If you were just playing qualifying, it would be hard to not have Ricky Thornton Jr. and Garrett Albertson in your picks. Those two guys, especially this year, are qualifying very well. Thornton Jr. with 9 All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier awards, and tonight he'll be on the pole of Penske Shocks Heat Race number 1, and of course the winner of that one starts on the Victory Fuel pole. As Ricky Thornton Jr. makes his way out, he'll swap the lids out, put the All-Star Performance hat on, and we'll bring Ricky up here. Again, 10 bonus points tonight for the All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier. You're sneaking by me. Ricky, 2 years ago tonight, fast time, and you won the feature. Tonight, fast time. My question for you, though, is what is the hardest part to get around Huset Speedway?
Probably you just carry so much speed into the corner, and on exit you're kind of sliding out the wall. So it's whoever can not slide once you get to the exit and drive straight down the straightaway. I think I've watched a million sprint car laps around here, and I was actually paid attention to the race they just had not long ago, and it seemed like qualifying, if you could really roll through the middle and then get pointed straight off, those are the guys that went quick time. So try to do that, and it worked out for us. Not saying that's going to work for the next 2 nights, but that's what I'm going to try to do.
Who do you think's best in a sprint car at this place?
David Gravel.
All right, well, with Shops at the top of the hill, Ricky Thornton Jr., tonight's All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier, guys. 10 bonus points. We're going to bring the SLMR cars to the infield, and I believe we're going to step aside and thank some marketing partners while we line them up. We'll be right back to Huset Speedway.
Once again, race fans, Brandon, South Dakota, the place to be here on a beautiful Thursday evening. We're here at the 15th annual Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass. Again, glad to be back here at the Huset Speedway. Anthony Ainsley tonight with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Of course, Dustin and James will be back with us momentarily. But before too long, we're ready to go for Kaiser Manufacturing qualifying for the Malvern Bank Series. I believe we'll have about 2 to 3 cars at a time. Sorry to skip up on our producer, Tiffany, right here, but I think we'll have about 2 to 3 cars come out for each of our groups. Again, there will be 4 qualifying groups, so all the cars you'll be seeing in these 4 groups, this will be the drivers that they will face off against one another in the heat races later on tonight. And we mentioned tonight the heat racing action, actually the qualifying, paying some pretty good money throughout all the Malvern Bank Series, guys. Again, the top qualifier in each group will receive $153, $135 for second, $125 for third, $115 for fourth, and then $100 the rest of the way. Group number 1 ready to start off. We'll have Kirk Krantz first out, along with the 85 of Josh Leonard. The 51W of JT Wasman also going to join us here. Kirk Krantz, first driver out of Watertown, South Dakota. The Beaver Dairy Incorporated, Jay Schmidt, Be Busy Entertainment, Dirt Track Supply, Dutch Boy Car Wash, JV Metalworks, number 87. Josh Leonard out of Gibbon, Nebraska. The Leonard Graphics, Downey Drilling, Mid-Nebraska Garage Doors, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Dynamic Tees, Remax Realty, number 85. And JT Wasman out of Pine Island, Minnesota. The Mead City Painting and Decorating, Grow Source, A&A Electric, Pine Island Lumber, Island Tool and I, Apex Construction, number 51W. Right now, Leonard the fastest in 18.563. Meanwhile, JT Wasman going to be second at an 13.876. And as I say that, Wasman goes to the top of the order at 13.749. Kirk Krantz, fastest lap of 14.029 to kick off Kaiser Manufacturing qualifying for group number 1. Next 3 cars on the track scheduled will be the 99X of Dallin Murdy. He'll be followed by the 14 of Kyle Burke and the 3 of Mike Collins. So here we go, ready to go for the next 3 cars in the group number 1. If not, we're going to split it up into 2. So I believe Murdy and Burke will be next up. So Kyle Burke going to be next out, the 7-time Malvern Bank Series champion, the future dirt late model Hall of Famer out of Marquette, Nebraska. The Speedy Mart, Aurora Co-op, Strobel Manufacturing, Grease, Truck Wash, Snap-on, Katie Tool, Siemens Brothers, Bison Farms, Shepherd Power, Longhorn number 14. We got Dallin Murdy, the East Series Rookie of the Year point leader out of Chelsea, Iowa. The Stealth Oil Well Services, Murdy Farms, Quality Service, Bidwell Farms, Van Reese Motorsports, Performance Bodies, Shepherd Powered Longhorn number 99X. And we got Mike Collins, the GW Performance 5150 Trailer Sales Rocket Chassis number 3. Burke goes second at a 13.829. Dallin Murdy topped the charts at 13.664. First lap coming for the Joker, Mike Collins. It'll be a 14.087. Second lap coming for Kyle Burke. And he'll jump to second. A 13.727 is his mark. Second lap for Murdy, not as good. A 13.708. He'll stay on lap 1, a 13.664. Second lap for Mike Collins. Looks like not as good. He'll stay at a 14.029 for his mark. Actually, make that a 13.955 for his mark. So lap 2 better for Collins. Final car in group number 1, that'll be the 10X. That'll be Blake Swenson. Swenson out of Watertown, South Dakota. CNS Conversions, Johnsonville Spray Foam, Dutch Boy Car Wash, Georgia Sanitations, Hair Handlers, Titan Truck Wash, Pro Powered MB Custom for the 10X of Blake Swenson. Blake Swenson will be making his 3rd career Malvern Bank Series start tonight. He joined us last year here at the Silver Dollar Nationals. First lap coming for the 10X of Swenson. It will be 7th at a 14.337 on lap number 1. Swenson, of course, the son of longtime sprint car late model driver Chuck Swenson from Watertown, South Dakota. Second lap for Swenson. Looks like not as good. It'll be a 14.361. He'll stay on lap 1. So Dallin Murdy, the first one to pick up $153 at a 13.664 for his fastest lap time. Kyle Burke second at a 13.727. JT Wasman was third at a 13.749. Josh Leonard fourth in that group as we get ready to go for group number 2. First out will be the 99 of Jesse Saubing. He'll be followed by the 4 of JC Wyman and the 01 of Jacob Hopscheid. Saubing, the West Series point leader out of Malvern, Iowa. The Malvern Bank, Dirt Track Bank, Tanner Racing, Underdog Design and Drawings, Anderson Woods, Kevin Stowe Power Capital, number 99. And J.C. Wyman out of Griswold, Iowa. The Clean Car Center, Wyman Body Works, Shore Motor Company, Larson Land and Livestock, Griswold American Newspapers and Printing, Rican Funeral Home, J.D. Wyman Power Longhorn, number 4. And Jacob Hopscheid out of Plattsmouth, Nebraska. Henry Hopscheid Motors, N&W Transfer, Scale Sales and Services, Weiss Excavation, Dynamic Drivelines, Wilson Motorsports, Mullins Power Capital, number 01 for Hopscheid. Saubing to the top early on at 13.785. J.C. Wyman at 13.957. Hopscheid at 14.051 on lap 1. Saubing betters it a lap 2 time of 13.672. Second lap for Wyman, a little better at 13.935. Second lap for Hopscheid. He'll go second now at 13.901. So Jesse Saubing, the fastest out of the first trio at 13.672. That is the mark to beat. Next out will be the 53 of Andrew Koziski, followed by the 35D of Dylan Silman and the 20 of Trevor Anderson. Andrew Koziski first out, the driver out of La Vista, Nebraska. He drives the A1 Crash Cars, Koziski Auto Parts, Zimbrata Drivetrain, Lyles Tires and Wheels, Albell Custom Home Center Enterprises Pro Power Longhorn, number 53. Looks like joining him will be Dylan Silman, our winner from Central Missouri Speedway from Alvo, Nebraska. The SNS Welding, Strike Farms, Corn Grower State Bank, Dirt Track Bank, Scott Bailey Powered XR1 Rocket, number 35D. First lap coming for Koziski. He'll go 4th at a 14.285. 14.285 for Koziski on lap 1. Silman, he'll top that at 13.964. He'll go to 4th. Silman, your fastest in Deathridge Opticians hot laps earlier tonight. Second lap for Koziski, it'll be better, a 14.111. And second lap for Silman, not going to be as good, a 14.156, so we'll stay on lap 1 at 13.964. Last 2 cars here in Group 2 will be the 20 of Trevor Anderson and then the 4TW of Tim Ward. Trevor Anderson going to be the first driver out. The driver comes to us from Watertown, South Dakota. The Hawk 20 Motorsports, Dirt Track Supply, 605 Nutrition, Cowboy Country Store, Subway of Miller, Josh Finstead Real Estate, Pro Powered Rocket, number 20. Then we got Tim Ward out of Harcourt, Iowa. He drives the Farley's Tire and Lube, D&D Outside Services, Tire Team, and Toby K's Hideaway, Peak Decals, iBox Springs, Hallbill Powered Longhorn, number 4 T-Dub. First lap for Trevor Anderson. He will go 5th at a 14.036. First lap coming for T-Dub. Ward jumps to second at 13.823 for Tim Ward on lap 1. Tim Ward making his Huset Speedway debut in the late model. Anderson will now go to third at a 13.897. And second lap for Ward is better, but he'll stay second. A 13.764 will be his mark. So Jesse Sobbing, he'll collect $153 here tonight for being the fastest in Group 2. Tim Ward second, Trevor Anderson third, Jacob Hopscheid fourth, J.C. Wyman fifth. And it's Dylan Silman and Andrew Kosiski to finish out the order in qualifying group number 2. Group 3 makes its way out next. They'll be led by the 99D of Daryl DeFrance and the 90 of Lance Matthews. Daryl DeFrance, first driver out, the driver out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the in memory of Bob Moshman Trucking, Rumor Sports Bar, Hay Construction, Arnold Motor Supply, Nelson Fabrications, Area Insulation, Spec Power, Dixie Chassis, number 99D. Lance Matthews also on the Speedway, the driver from Winona, Minnesota, the Yagi Transportations, Joe Provo Racewear, Wilson Race Fuels, CME Electric, Ultra AV's Audio, Tim Logan Racing, number 90. It's like Braxton Leonard also joining us out here in his Malvern Bank debut out of Gibbon, Nebraska. The Leonard Graphics, Downey Drilling, Mid-Nebraska Garage Doors, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Dynamic Cheese, Remax Realty, Scott Bailey Powered Rocket, number 85 Junior. Right now, Matthews the one to beat a 14.109. Second lap coming for Daryl DeFrance. It'll be a 14.466 for the Ironman. Lap number 2 coming for Lance Matthews. He will not top it. It'll be a 14.109. Second lap for Braxton Leonard, not as good, a 14.364. So Braxton Leonard stays on lap 1 at a 14.225. Lance Matthews, the fastest out of the first trio. Next 3 out will be the 5S of Dylan Schmier, the 01 of CJ Horn. They'll be the next 2 out. So Dylan Schmier going to make his way out, the driver out of Aurora, Nebraska. He drives the Leonard Graphics Vic Hill Racing Engines Rocket Chassis number 5S. Schmier making his first start on the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series Tour in 2025. It looks like CJ Horn did not make it out, so I believe we'll save Horn for the last group. Dylan Schmier clocks in first, a 14.369. That's good for third here in Group 3. So 14.369 for Dylan Schmier on lap number 1. Second lap coming in for Schmier. He'll go to second, a 14.117. Good run there for the Aurora native. 14.117 for Dylan Schmier. That puts him second fastest here in Group 3. CJ Horn will be next out. He'll be followed by the 26 junior of Corey Zeiner and then the 10X of Robert Bitts. So CJ Horn first out, the driver out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, one of our E-Series Rookie of the Year contenders, the Horn Racing Engines XR1 Rocket number 01. Then we got Corey Zeiner out of Bennington, Nebraska, the Zeiner & Sons Transport, Monster Graphics, Clark's Lawn Care, Shepherd Powered Rocket number 26 Junior. And then Robert Bitts, the driver out of Aberdeen, South Dakota, DRG Chassis, Quality Engine, Masters Built Chassis number 10X. First lap coming for CJ Horn, top the charts, a 14.043 for CJ Horn. Zeiner will go one better, a 13.803. 13.803 for Zeiner. First lap for Robert Bitts, a 15.137. Second lap coming for Horn. Not as good. Actually, it is better, a 13.949, but he'll still stay second. Corey Zeiner goes even better, a 13.789. 13.789 for Corey Zeiner here in Group 3. And Robert Bitts will also improve, a 14.732 for his mark. Corey Zeiner coming out in the last group here in Group 3. He'll take the top honor. CJ Horn second, Lance Matthews third, Dylan Schmier fourth, Braxton Leonard fifth, Daryl DeFrance sixth, and Robert Bitts rounding out the field. As we move on to qualifying group number 4, they'll be led out by the 15C of Kirk Schroeder, followed by the 52 of Brian Kosiski and the 37 of Scott Ward. Scheduled to be the first 3 out. Brian Kosiski first to take the track out of Papillion, Nebraska. The Albelt Custom Homes, TV & Company, A1 Crash Cars, Kosiski Auto Parts, Stumpy's Custom Creations, Imperial Tile, Slick Machine Powered Longhorn number 52. Kurt Schroeder finishing 9th last night with the Tri-State Series out of Newton, Iowa. The Kurt Schroeder CPA, Pre-Owned Autos of Des Moines, Jet Drain Services, CRP Services, Ball Excavation and Plumbing, Iowa Water and Waste Systems, Shepherd Powered Rocket number 15C. And Scott Ward out of Watertown, South Dakota, the Lift Gator, Bolt Construction, Wheelberg Crop Insurance, Lone Pine Bar and Casino, Air Safe Hitch Technology, number 1 Welding, number 37. First lap for Kosiski at 13.841, Schroeder a 14.370. Scott Ward now goes to second, a 14.144 for the 37 out of South Dakota. Lap 2 for Kosiski, not as good. He'll stay on lap 1, a 13.841. Schroeder goes back to second, a 14.059. And Scott Ward not going to improve. He'll stay third, a 14.144 will be his best mark. So Brian Kosiski, the fastest out of the first trio, a 13.841. Next out, scheduled to be the 24 Bill Layton Jr., followed by the 44 star Cole Schill, and the 1 of J.J. Rodeman. Bill Layton Jr., the defending West Series champion out of La Vista, Nebraska. He drives the Taylor Quickmark, Duros Networks, Wright Speed Yards, Collins Home Creations, 5-Star Truck Center, Barker Grady, Scott Bailey powered Rocket number 24. Cole Schill, the other driver out there, the driver out of Holly, Minnesota, the Ravinius Ranch, Joe DeWalt Farms, Levi Babcock Construction, RNH Landscape Supply, Metz Company and Trailer, ASI Site Work, Grandpa Schill powered MB Custom number 44. First lap for Layton, second, a 13.847. Cole Schill, he'll go third, a 13.959 for Cole Schill here on lap number 1. Schill making his Malvern Bank Series debut tonight. Second lap for Layton. Not as good. He'll stay second at a 13.847. Meanwhile, Cole Schill also will not improve. He'll stay third at a 13.959. J.J. Rodeman will be next out. He'll be followed by the 04, Tad Pospischal. And then our final qualifier schedule will be the 22. That is Charlie McKenna. Looks like McKenna back in the pit area right now. So Rodeman and Pospischal, the last 2 out. J.J. Rodeman, one of our West Series Rookie of the Year contenders out of Cairo, Nebraska, the IED Farms, Diamond J Custom Services, Overhead Door of Grand Island, Leonard Graphics, Precision Performance, Channel C, Brad Shute, Kevin Stowe powered Swartz Chassis number 1. And then the Norfolk Memorial winner last night, the 04 Tad Pospischal from Norfolk, Nebraska, the Signer Trucking, Window World, One Source Solution, Dietz Well and Pump, 106 Kicks Radio, SS Graphics, Scott Bailey powered Longhorn number 04. First lap for Rodeman, it is going to be a 14.102 for the Green Dice Gang leader. Lap 1 for Pospischal, top the charts, a 13.735. 13.735 for Pospischal on lap 1. Second lap for Rodeman puts him fourth, a 13.872. Second lap for Pospischal, not going to be as good, but he will stay on top of Group 3. Tad Pospischal at 13.735, so that is a $153 reward going to the way of the 04. Been a good weekend so far for Tad Pospischal. Won $6 grand last night in the Ben Nordorf Memorial, and now starts the night off with $153 in his pocket. Well, that will take care of Kaiser Manufacturing qualifying time trials for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Plenty of action left to go here. Opening ceremonies are coming up next here at the Huset Speedway. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Huset Speedway as we get set with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series here tonight. Their first of 3 nights at the 15th Annual Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass. At this time, if you're able, we ask you to please rise for tonight's Invocation and our Star Spangled Banner. Tonight's Invocation by Mr. Pastor Steve.
Heavenly Father, we bless you and thank you and give you praise for the racing that we're going to see tonight. We ask that you touch this crowd and give us the safety for all the racers, the officials, and the entire group of fans that are here. We ask you also to look over our military and our first responders and make sure that they make it home safely. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Steve. Please remain standing for our Star Spangled Banner tonight by Miss Sunshine Williams.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. How about that, Sunshine Williams? Great job tonight on Star Spangled Banner, Huset Speedway. It's a beautiful Thursday night. Let's go racing with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. The first of 4 heat races for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. About to make its way on the racetrack. And the winner of this one will start on the Victory Fuel pole for tonight's 40-lap, $10,000 to win A-Main. James, the lineup will look like this.
It'll be the defending series champion, currently second of the points, the 20 RT, the Kohler Motorsports entry. Out of Chandler, Arizona, now living in Indianola, Iowa. It'll be Ricky Thornton Jr. on the outside of him, the James Ratliff 18D. He comes to us out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. That is Dalton Wilson.
Row 2 on the inside out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania. The 22 star is Drake Troutman on his outside out of Lakeshore, Minnesota. The 60 is Dan Ebert.
Row 3, man, this is loaded, isn't it? All of them are loaded here tonight. It'll be Brandon Overton. He is in the Dude Wipe 76. He's out of Evans, Georgia for Riggs Motorsports. And on the outside, the 2X Motorsports 74. Second in the World of Outlaw Rookie of the Year standings, it's Ethan Dotson. He's out of Bakersfield, California.
And your final 2 starters are going to be Matthew Larson out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota in the 8L. And on his outside, out of Windside, Nebraska in the 49. That is Brock Carlson. 8 cars will go 8 laps. James with the top 4 racing their way into the Thursday portion of the Silver Dollar Nationals.
In full points tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. We'll have the same program tomorrow night, $10K to win and then $75,000 to win. Here tomorrow night, I'd like to thank all the fine folks at My Race Pass.
And welcome them.
Welcome them here.
Yes, absolutely.
They're down in the suite. Again, My Race Pass, $7.99 a year, right, Dustin? You can get everything you wanted.
It is an incredible deal, not just for an announcer. I use it. I literally, I think I look at My Race Pass every single day of my life.
Not while you're driving, though. Not while you're driving to Iowa, but yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. No, I seriously, I use it every day. I look up race results on there. I use it for live timing. It's an incredible app. Glad to have Josh Holt and the entire crew from My Race Pass and their families here, and certainly appreciate everything they do for the sport.
Newlywed Ross.
Newlywed Ross, that's right. Yes.
$7.99 a year. You get to, everybody always asks us who's there, who's entered. It'll tell you. It'll tell you live timing and scoring. It'll give official results. It'll give point standings. It'll give an upcoming schedule. It'll give driver profiles. And you get the live coverage. Yes, right, Ben. Yes, $7.99. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say the $7.99. That gets you the live timing. But get the all access, $5.99 a month or $54.99 a year. That'll get you the MRP audio. A lot of tracks like Huset Speedway starting to do live announcer audio in the app. If you have all access, you can hear that. You can also play fantasy racing, a lot of other cool stuff. And yeah, really cool to catch up with the entire My Race Pass staff here this weekend at Huset's.
Ben, we need to get USAC on this. USAC is not on it.
I think it's getting close.
Okay,
We're working on it. We're working on it.
We're trying.
We'll send Richie Murray a note, right?
Yes,
to do that.
Right.
They do a great job there. That's Indiana Sprint Week starting next week. All of that live here on Flow. Each and every Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race live on Flow. We'll be off for a couple of weeks after this, but 3 exciting nights here at Huset's. Can't wait. Track looks good.
Yes, it does. They're buzzing this racetrack just a little bit. They sprinkled some water on it. They scraped the wall down in turns 1 and 2. They need scraped a ton. Just cleaned it up just a little bit. So let these guys buzz the racetrack, get them lined back up side by side, double file, and we'll be ready to go. Again, 4 heat races here tonight. Top 4 out of each one transfer. Just 1 B main. Yes, 8 laps. Yes, as we mentioned, they're always 8 laps. And so 8 laps, top 4 will transfer.
Remember the first time we came here, what has it been, 3 or 4 years ago? Yeah. 8 laps will start them in the Deck Solutions starts. Remember we came here a few years ago, Tim McCready won. They said, well,
I was here
bottles,
that night. I was here that night.
He was here.
Yeah.
They can't run too wide. They was running 3 wide, right? Yeah. We hope that's the case the rest of the weekend. They do a great job here. Todd Quiring, the track owner, and Doug Johnson, the promoter, doing a fabulous job here. And we got a lot to live up to after the other night at Shelby County. We've had some really good racing, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Tracks have been good. We started at 34 Raceway in our journey, then Lucas Oil Speedway, then Shelby County, and here at Huset's, Brandon, South Dakota, Ricky Thornton Jr. and Dalton Wilson, Dustin Jarrett at the Nutrient Solutions Start Zone. Penske Shocks Heat 1 underway.
Winner of this one starts on the victory fuel pole here tonight, and RTJ gets the whole shot off into turns 1 and 2. Dan Ebert slides up the racetrack and into the outside wall. He is going to get his feet back under him, and we stay green flag racing at the end of lap 1. It's Thornton, Wilson, Troutman.
Into turn number 1. Who's going to be on the victory fuel pole tonight? Ricky Thornton Jr., 10 wins this year at the series. Davenport and Moran tied with 5. O'Neill with 3. Overton and Pierce with 2. As they go into 1. Big perm. Oh, man, and they make contact. Dalton Wilson gets sideways, gets it straightened out. Here comes Troutman and Overton. That was close, and here comes Troutman on the bottom. DJ's a car length by to turn number 1.
This thing's fast, isn't it? I mean, this is a fast racetrack here tonight. You're looking at the battle for the 2nd spot on your screen, and this happens 1.3 seconds behind your leader, Ricky Thornton Jr. James, just a couple laps to go, 4 halfway home, actually. 4 down, 4 to go, as Drake Troutman trying to reel in the 18D of Dalton Wilson.
We got a great view, don't we? This is fun.
this is
awesome.
The view up here, I mean, you're about 20 miles above everything. I think you can see all the way over to, I mean, Minnesota's not really that terribly
and
far
we can
away.
see Canada, maybe. Yes. Off at turn number 4. Yes. Here we go down the main straightaway. It's 2 to go. It'll be the Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. Well, he started the year in the Clements. They still have it. Cornet Power 20 RT looking for his 2nd straight series championship. And here is the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go, DJ.
Yeah, that lead's plateaued at right about 1.8 seconds or so for Ricky Thornton Jr. Big Perm actually takes a 10th off of it that time, but this is the Barron's Performance 1 to go. As you mentioned, James, is Ricky Thornton Jr. will head into 3 off of 4. Checkered flag will wave, and Ricky Thornton Jr. will get the win in Penske Shocks Heat 1 ahead of Dalton Wilson, Drake Troutman, and Brandon Overton. That'll be your transfer cars, followed by Ethan Dodson, Matthew Larson, Dan Ebert, and Brock Carlson. So 4th goes to the 76 of Brandon Overton. 3rd goes to the 22 star of Drake Troutman. 2nd to the 18D of Dalton Wilson. And the winner of Penske Shocks Heat Race number 1 in the Bobby and Jessica Kohler-owned Ultimate Towing and Recovery Elite Ready Mix Capital Waste Certified Inspection Services, Coltman Farms Racing, Hofer Trucking, Knights Companies, Cornet-powered Longhorn out of Chandler, Arizona. How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Ricky Thornton Jr.
Ricky Thornton Jr., his series best 19th Simpson Race Products Heat Race Win of the Year comes in Penske Shock's Heat 1. His series best 7th Victory Fuel Pole Award as well. And Thornton, a winner last Friday night at Lucas Oil Speedway with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Got 2 IMCA stock car wins this week to push the win total to 17 on the year. And he's trying to stay perfect on the night so far. Fast qualifier, heat race win. He'll start from the pole as he pulls off the helmet. Have a little bit of chow. There we go. Ricky, we talked about a lot of things earlier when you said quick time. I'm going to ask you now. You won 2 stock car heat races this week. Did that get you tuned up to come to Huset's?
I'd say just a lot of no traction. I don't know. I didn't really know if the bottom or the top was going to be the best there. I felt like kind of blowing across the middle wasn't the right line. Which, whenever I moved back to the bottom, Dalton got into the left rear, which I didn't realize he was that close. He didn't do anything wrong. It just, to run the bottom here, you got to run so hard to keep the car loaded. So I think if he would have lifted, he probably would have really gotten the left rear. But overall, really good car. I think everyone, Kohler Motorsports, Cornet Racing Engine's been running really good. Been tuning on it, getting it to get a little bit better. Bill Stein shocks, Longhorn chassis, my brother EMD wraps, Sharp Advantage, Ultra Shield seats. All the fans for coming out, and hopefully we got a smooth rest of the night.
Ricky Thornton Jr., the winner of Penske Shock's Heat 1, Heat 2 on the Speedway.
And it's going to be Summit Racing Heat 2. Winner of this one starts third tonight. James, your pole sitter out of New Berlin, Illinois. We're in Brandon, South Dakota. This is going to be Brandon Shepard on his outside, the 49 Superman, Jonathan Davenport.
Road 2 with the current World of LS Series points leader. The winner on the Tuesday night at Shelby County to be Bobby Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois. And the current track record holder is Blair Nodorf in the 76 out of Renner, South Dakota.
Clay Harris, Spencer Hughes, and Shane DeMay round out your remaining starters. 7 cars, 8 laps, top 4 transfers. Summit Racing Heat 2 goes green in the Nutrien Ag Solutions starting zone.
Brandon Shepard, 2-time winner of the Silver Dollar Nationals. Davenport, a 3-time winner, gets the jump out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Pearson, 32. He was the 2019 Silver Dollar Nationals champion as they come up at turn 4. Here comes Nodorf in 76 as Davenport leads into turn 1.
Davenport, Shep, Pierce, your top 3. And look at Spencer Hughes. Yeah, Spence with a good run on the high side of the racetrack. He wants the final transfer spot, and he'll have it this time by the scoring loop. James, 2 laps in, 6 to go.
Drive Barstow, drive Hughes. It's out at 2. Here he comes down the back straightaway. Jonathan Davenport, Clements, Power Underhood of the 9, Nutrien Ag Solutions, Corey Foss-Ved, of course, Tyler Bragg and Cole Perrine on the crew of the 49 for Lance and Darla Anders. Lead Shepard into 3. Pierce is 3rd. Spencer Hughes is 4th. Again, the top 4 will transfer in this 8-lap race. We are halfway done with it.
4 down, 4 to go, and it's all Jonathan Davenport all the time. He's got a 1.4 second advantage over Brandon Shepard. Shep with about 1 full second over the 32 of Bobby Pierce. 3 laps to go now. Again, winner of this one will start on the inside of row 2 for tonight's 40-lap, $10,000 win main event. There's a good look at the driver out of Oakwood, Illinois, Bobby Pierce.
21 overall wins here in 2025. How many do you have last year? A bunch, right?
A million.
A million.
It seemed that way.
Like he won every crown jewel event towards the last half of the year. He'll be with us in a couple of weeks. He'll be at the Sunoco North-South 100 to defend his title. Davenport, right now, the Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go underway. He leads by 2.1 seconds over Brandon Shepard.
He's going to hang on and get the win in this one. Jonathan Davenport does it in Summit Racing Heat Race number 2. Brandon Shepard 2nd, Bobby Pierce 3rd, and Spencer Hughes takes that final transfer spot ahead of Blair Nodorf, Clay Harris, and Shane DeMay. So 4th goes to Spencer Hughes, 3rd to Bobby Pierce, 2nd to Brandon Shepard, and your winner. It's another heat race win for the driver of the Double L Motorsports, Nutrien Ag Solutions, Dynaco Seed, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, sponsored number 49. How about it for Superman Jonathan Davenport?
Jonathan Davenport, his 16th Simpson Race Products Heat Race Win of the Year, the Midwest Sheet Metal point leader. Chris Davis, I know you're watching at home. Hope you're getting to feeling better, buddy. Can't wait to have you back at the racetrack. Also a sponsor on this 49 is Midwest Sheet Metal, but Jonathan Davenport pulls off the gloves as he goes after his first career win at Huset's here tonight. He will start in position number 3 in the 40-lapper. JD, a few weeks ago, you finally got that big one at Lernerville you've been searching for. This place hasn't been kind to you either. Is tonight the night maybe you get that first checkered flag?
Hell, I don't know. Maybe so. Car felt pretty good right there. We're trying some new things, and just because we normally ain't very good here, so throw some things at it, and it was actually pretty good there. So that's just a perfectly timed start there. I don't think I jumped, but I think I just timed it just right. And with Brandon and Bobby in that heat, I knew I had to get up and go. And that first heat, to kind of run around the bottom and probably killed it a little bit, so that even helped me even more. But thanks to my guys. Say hello to everybody watching back home. And so far, we're starting off pretty good.
Guys, in 6 starts here, 1 top 5. That is a 3rd place finish a couple of years ago. Tonight, Jonathan Davenport will start 3rd in pursuit of his first Huset's win.
And that means the winner of this one, James, is going to start in the outside front row of tonight's feature at Huset Thermotech Heat Race number 3.
On the pole, the driver, 2 career wins in the Lucas Oil Series. He won 1 week ago tonight at 34 Raceway. He is 5th in the points. It is Garrett Albertson, the Roberts Racing 58 out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. And the driver is still seeking his first career win in the Lucas Oil Series. In the Bob and Lisa Cola, number 3S out of Chatham, Illinois, Louis Squirrel, Brian Shirley.
Second row back on the inside. 3rd in the series point standings out of Martinsville, Indiana, the New Deal, Hudson O'Neill in the SSI Motorsports, number 71. And on his outside, out of Earlham, Iowa, in the 22, that is Daniel Hilsebeck.
Dennis Serve Jr. won a heat race at 34th. Won at Shelby County the other night. He was in the top 10. He's the former World of Outlaw Series champion and Dirt Late Model Dream winner out of Carpentersville, Illinois. And on the outside, first time in Lucas Oil Series, the Slicker Graphics number 8 out of Mitchell, South Dakota. That is Lane Brendan.
Your final 2 starters, both out of North Fork, Nebraska. It's going to be Ben Sukup on the inside in the 07 and Junior Coover on the outside in the 10. And they will bring both the 3rd and 4th heat races down to the infield to get them staged, and then we'll just go right ahead and roll this 3rd Huset Thermotech heat race out on the racetrack, James.
By the way, I'd like to thank Race Car Engineering, our pace truck here in 2025. Race Car Engineering was founded in 1998. It's located in Lakeland, Florida. Race Car Engineering has become one of the largest sources for racing and performance parts in the Southeast United States with a unique showroom. And they have 17,000 square foot warehouse full of inventory. Race Car Engineering carries parts for both circle track, dirt, and asphalt, sprint cars, drag racing, road racing, street performance, pro touring, muscle cars, hot rods, off-roading, and karting. For more information, racecareng.com. Which of those would you, if you had a muscle car, what would it be?
Talking all time?
Of all time.
69 Camaro.
I like that. I like that.
We got 69 Camaro, red with like the 2 white rally stripes down through the center.
Very good. I like that. Well, if you need parts for it, you can just go to Race Car Engineering, Race Car ENG. Hey, we'd love to thank Fresh Roof. They give our Hard Luck Award each and every Lucas Oil.
Shingle Rejuvenation.
Shingle Rejuvenation.
Yeah.
Who had that on their bingo card tonight, right? Fresh Roof's groundbreaking green suede technology isn't a roof treatment, DJ. It's a maintenance powerhouse.
It's a way of life.
It's a maintenance powerhouse that keeps your shingle roof performing. You have a shingle roof house?
Yes, I do. We just got a new roof a few years ago.
At its best for years to come. Well, you can use this and rejuvenate it. Our innovative formula repairs and rejuvenates each shingle. Each one of them, DJ, creating a protective membrane. Who had membrane on your bingo card tonight? What was that word you used the other night? That was fun. Whatever. Somebody remind me.
Dog. He said dog.
No, he did not say dog. That's
dog.
Paint Your Entire Roof. To learn more about Fresh Roof, visit freshroof.com. I'll think of it here in a little bit. Careened.
Yes.
Not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but careened.
Yeah, careen with an N. Yes, I did say careened.
Careened.
All right. Well, hopefully nobody careens into anyone in this Huset Thermotech 3rd heat race. Junior Coover, James, is not going to answer the call. So we got 7 cars racing 8 laps. Green flag is out. Again, the winner of this one starts on the outside front row of tonight's main event. And the 3S of Brian Shirley gets the early advantage.
Bob and Lisa Cullen Carr. Look at Hilsebeck on the outside. Daniel Hilsebeck. He's second in O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. Garrett Albertson runs in second. Remember, that 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th spot up for grabs in the Lucas Oil Series. O'Neill and Hilsebeck going at it. Hilsebeck with the crossover there side by side into 1. Oh, is that going to work?
No, it didn't. No, it did not.
No, it did not. Albertson's about 3 car lengths back, 6/10 of a second. 3 laps in the books. Brian Shirley out in front.
Yeah, Brian Shirley looking good in this one. James 7/10 of a second. The advantage he has over Garrett Albertson. There's Hilsebeck in that final transfer ahead of Dennis Erb Jr. By the way, if you're in the market for a new hauler, Daniel Hilsebeck has one for sale, and James and I would love to get the commission on it. Meanwhile, Dennis Erb Jr. is going to say, move over hauler, move over Hilsebeck. I want that final transfer. Erb going to look down to the inside. That's the battle for fourth. Hilsebeck going to keep him at bay, 3 to go.
I take Junior Coover's open trailer. It's not bad. Oh, Erb got the bottom there. Trying to get that fourth and final transfer spot. Brian Shirley looking good right now. Again, he has never won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. Well, he said, well, Essex, he won in Knoxville. That was not sanctioned by the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. It was sponsored by Lucas Oil, that famous spin to win back several years ago. The Barron's Performance white flag, 1 lap to go, is out.
Yeah, final time around for the driver out of Chatham, Illinois, Brian Shirley, and he's going to lead this one green to checkered. He'll start in the outside front row here tonight. It's Brian Shirley in the 3S. Second will go to Alberson. Third to O'Neill. Final transfer spot belongs to Daniel Hilsebeck as he's able to hold off Dennis Erb Jr., followed by Ben Sukup and Lane Brendan. Hilsebeck fourth, O'Neill third, Alberson second. There's your winner. Out of Chatham, Illinois, seventh in the World of Outlaws point standings is the driver of the Bob and Lisa Colin Thomason Express Hooper Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, Allgaier Performance, Ted Brown's Quality, Paint and Body Cheap Cars, Race Ranch, KBC Graphics, VP Fuels, number 3S, Ben, it's Squirrel, Brian Shirley.
Brian Shirley's never been to Huset's, but he is a 5-time Silver Dollar National starter, 7th in 2017. His best run, 2 wins on the year. Those came at Springfield Raceway. And then, of course, he won the Summer Nationals race at Fairbury back in June. Tonight, he's going to start outside front row, the 40-lapper with $10,000 on the line. Brian, gonna get the helmet off. You've never been here to Huset Speedway, but man, you've run a lot of those bull rings in Illinois. Can you compare this place to anywhere you've raced before?
I'm not sure. It's it feels a little different just because we're on hard tires out here and stuff. So it's definitely got the bull ring vibe, tight turns, a little longer straightaways, but real tight corners. So all in all, off to a good start so far, and we'll see how the feature goes.
All right, the Squirrel from outside front row, guys. Tonight will be the 923rd all-time Lucas Oil feature. Will Brian Shirley become the 94th different winner? We'll find out later.
Yeah, hey, thanks a lot, Ben. Appreciate it. Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4. In trouble for your outside pole sitter, Carson Ferguson, as they're jacking that race car up, and they're changing, it looks like the right front on the 93, so Carson Ferguson will relinquish the outside front row starting spot.
Yeah, guys, and not just that, making my way over there. Also, looks like changing something on the left rear. And we'll try to get an update here.
Well, Ben, I got an update for you from series director Rick Schwally. He had 2s on. They could not run 2s here tonight, so they have got to take those off and put a 3 or a 4 on the corners of that race car. Oh man, what a tough break for the Paylor Motorsports entry.
And that'll give up his outside front row starting spot. Corey Lawler, he's on the pole to the final heat of the night, the Simpson Race Products heat. He's out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. That'll move the 99 out of Dresden, Ohio. Devin Moran alongside.
Yeah, cross him over in the Lucas Oil Series. That's going to put Donald McIntosh on the inside of row 2, and on his outside, Uncle T, Tyler Erb, in the Best Performance Motorsports number 1.
Then it's the Smith brothers, right? Brendan and Brody, row 3, and then Carson Ferguson. He will have to start on the tail in the 93 car. Again, you got 8 laps, top 4 transfer. We'll have a B main coming up here in a little bit. The Malvern Bank West Series, their cars will be coming out here shortly. Again, they'll be running heat races tonight, and that's it. Right, I mean, they'll be done for the night. They'll run their B main and featured run it. All right, ready to go. Corey Lawler, can he get his first career heat race win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series? Here we go, 8 laps. New Trinax-Salusa start zone. The final heat of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Winner of this one starts 4th here tonight. They go side by side off into turns 1 and 2. Defending Silver Dollar Nationals champ Devin Moran gets a run on the outside. He'll take the lead into turns 3 and 4. Here comes McIntosh. Here comes Tyler Erb. Oh, turbo down to the inside.
Nice move on the bottom. He'll take it. Tyler Erb says move over Donald McIntosh down the back straightaway. They'll battle back into 3. He'll work the bottom on Lawler. And Tyler Erb, there's a little bit of contact there. They're rubbing on the front straightaway. And Tyler Erb gets the spot, DJ.
Yeah, Donald McIntosh going to try to get around the 93 of Corey Lawler, not able to do so. Lawler trying to reel back in the one of Tyler Erb, but out front it's all Devin Moran by 1 second to the 99.
A good battle there for third. Lawler, here comes McIntosh on the bottom. Out at 2, Donald McIntosh, the current O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year points leader, 10th in the championship points. Devin Moran, the last month, not been up to his liking. He'd been running second in a couple of those races, if not for a flat tire, but who knows what would have happened, but he's 4th in points, and he's trying to hang on to that spot over Garrett Alberson and Brandon Shepard as we enter this weekend.
Good battle there on your screen for the third spot. Corey Lawler has it. Donald McIntosh trying to take it away. Lawler trying to tiptoe around the top going into the corners. He's actually getting a really good run off the corners, James. Deathridge Optician's eyeball test says yes, he is closing back in on the one of Tyler Erb. Now making a 3-car battle for the second spot, less than 2 to go.
And he comes down the back straightaway. Lawler has a run on Tyler Erb. Which way is he going to go to the top as we enter the Barron's Performance? 1 lap to go. He'll try to diamond off the corner. It's all Moran into turn number 1.
And Devin Moran, Barron's Performance, 1 to go. Smooth and steady out front in this one. Lawler's going to have one last-ditch effort. We'll keep it doubled up for you at home. Devin Moran's going to get the win in Simpson Race Products Heat 4. Second will go to Tyler Erb. Third spot goes to Corey Lawler, and you saw right there Donald McIntosh able to take the final transfer spot ahead of Brendan Smith, Carson Ferguson, and Brody Smith. So D-Mac gets 4th, Corey Lawler gets 3rd, Uncle T 2nd, and your winner of Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4, the driver out of Dresden, Ohio, in the Roger Sellers Lazy Days RV. Double Down Motorsports, Big River Steel, C&W Trucking, Red Oak Pub, CarSourceAuto.com, Millwood Plumbing, Pee Wee's Wrecker Service, Phillips CPA, Holland Haskell, sponsor number 99. He is the defending champion of the Silver Dollar Nationals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Devin Moran.
The Ohio racer Devin Moran picks up his 9th Simpson Race Products Heat Race win of the year. Currently 4th in the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP. And he will start 4th in tonight's 40-lap main event. He won last year from the 2nd starting spot. A heck of a battle to become the 10th different driver to win the Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass. He comes back here this weekend looking to get his luck turned around. Pulls off the helmet. Devin, you guys have had speed, but luck you have not had the past month. How important is it to start the night with a heat race win?
Yeah, definitely had a lot of luck right there. I don't really know what happened with Carson, why they put him to the back, but felt like my car wasn't too bad right there, so just got to go back and work on it a little bit and see what we can do here in the future.
Devin Moran, he will start 4th in tonight's main event. Guys, that wraps up the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heat race action.
All right, Ben, thanks a lot. Malvern Bank West Series heat races coming up next. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Silver Dollar Nationals presented by My Race Pass live here on FloRacing.